Gina. Carrie? Bill.
Good morning.
And Mary in Mill Creek today.
Mill Creek.
So, Neil's fine. He's just fine.
What, Neil Diamond is?
Somebody was worried. That
is he still alive?
Fine. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. He's not great, I don't think.
He's not very alive.
Of
course, neither am I, but that's another
You're
story.
fine. You're just fine.
I'm tired.
Me too.
Anyway. Yeah, Gina insisted on playing that song. It's from the soundtrack of that highly regarded movie, The Jazz Singer.
Hey, Laurence Olivier's in there.
That
was the last movie he did before he died.
I never saw it, but the reviews pretty much said it was a stinker.
Yeah.
But so you insisted on playing that song. Tell the folks why.
So this happened when I picked you up for Pride on Sunday. I was listening to. I sometimes listen to countdown shows because I think they're fun.
This is number 10.
Yeah, like old-timey, like way back when. And that song was number 1 on the charts.
In 1980.
And as I'm driving to pick up Bill, I'm getting teary listening to that song. I know it's a stupid song.
I criticized it off the air, but I'm going to backtrack from that. I'm going to back off of that.
Because that's the America I love and want to live in. Mm-hmm. That what is illustrated in that song.
Now, first of all, I always hated that he says far, not far, far. We'll be traveling far, and then but I always disliked that. And it's an overwrought, bombastic song. It's corny. It's really corny.
Yep.
But as I listened to it, and I hadn't heard it for a long time, I thought, well, okay.
Yes.
And then I thought, shortly after the September 11, 2001 attacks, Neil Diamond modified the lyrics to America slightly during live performances. Indeed, They're Coming to America, toward the end of it, it became Stand Up for America. So he kind of waffled a little bit there. It was, but then I read this line. That song was included on a memorandum listing songs deemed inappropriate by Clear Channel Communications. Remember that?
No, for what?
Don't you remember when
for 9/11?
Well, yeah, when they banned all of those. They banned they banned all kinds of songs.
Yeah, they banned Fire and Rain by James Taylor because it talked about planes in pieces on the ground.
Oh, no.
I thought it was that kind of stuff.
This one was, and Neil Diamond altered the lyric trying to make it a little more acceptable because, they're coming to America. Well, they just came to America, didn't they? And they bombed the World Trade Center. No, so he said, Stand Up for America, which made it even more patriotic. But I backed off my negativity about the song because it's sincere. And
that is the America in my head I live in, or I want to.
It's an overwrought, bombastic America. I mean, it's what I mean.
I know
it's overly dramatic.
Yes, but shouldn't it be for people? Think of
patriotism.
No. I mean, we all won the lottery being born here. Mm-hmm. Our parents never had to make
There was a lottery? Nobody told. Lotteries are evil.
Our parents never had to make a hard decision to pack up and leave the country that they were born in and go somewhere and take their family because they were trying to make a better life. We're already here.
My parents had to make a very hard decision when I was born. They said, "Shall we let it live?
Do we smother it now?
Now smother it now, or."
I think about my father-in-law who came here on a student visa.
Your father-in-law, who was an Egyptian immigrant.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Came here on a student visa and
made a name for himself.
Became a citizen, made a name for himself.
Contributed to the economy.
Yep. And my husband always said that I never thought about this way, but I know a lot of immigrant families who come here have this. Mm. My husband said, imagine trying to raise kids in your second language. Like my kids are American.
Look, my first language, and I'm not even that good at it.
Yeah, and and I'm trying to raise children.
Well,
here.
generally, it's the children who teach the parents English.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
anyway,
I don't know. That's what I want the people in that are running this country to feel that way about it. That's what I want.
They do. I mean, they do. I think Lee Greenwood's opening for the big parade tomorrow. God bless the USA. And then what's the one? Give a boot in the ass. That's another good one.
Toby Keith.
Toby Keith. Yeah.
Toby Teeth.
All right, we need to take a break. It's
we need your check-ins 877-602-9696. You can text a check-in too if you would like 33986.
Ran Life.
Yes, Ran Life. It is a local mortgage company, and I know that because they've had my mortgage, and they were always great. Ran Life was always great to deal with, and Ran Life knows the local housing market better than anybody. And so if you're looking to get a mortgage and buy either your first house or maybe you're looking to refinance and step up to another house, Ran Life is the place I would suggest that you go. Ran Life Home Loans has made it even better now. Their floor rate on a 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgages is just 3.25%. That's 3.25%, 3.25%, I should say, on 5.98% APR. Huh? What does that mean? Well, Ran Life can tell you. All you have to do is go to ranlife.com/X96. ranlife.com/X96. They have all the information there. You use this 3-in-1 adjustable rate mortgage, you'll have lower payments and other benefits. So go to ranlife.com/X96.
Elon Musk or Mr. Burns from The Simpsons.
Okay.
Deranged millionaires.
I got 67%.
Or billionaires.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I'll read you the phrase and you guys guess.
Okay.
Oppression and harassment are a small price to pay to live in the land of the free.
That sounds like Elon Musk.
Oh, oppression and spread in the land of the free. I think it's Mr. Burns.
It is Mr. Burns.
Oh,
Okay. The politicians and unelected bureaucrats who stole our liberties should be tarred, feathered, and thrown out of town.
That's Elon Musk.
It's tarred, feathered, and thrown out of town. It's Mr. Burns.
Musk. I'm not the thief. The government is. Every year you make hardworking Joes like my reporter friend here pay income taxes.
Musk.
Burns.
Burns.
We're just back and forth.
Yeah. If there was a way that I could not eat so I could work more, I would not eat.
Musk.
Yeah, Musk.
You're both correct. Musk.
Yeah.
I should be able to run over as many kids as I want.
Well, that's Burns, right?
Yeah.
Burns, correct.
Okay.
I should be able to run over as many children as I want.
I said Musk because of his cars. But
Smithers.
there will be no Mars if we let them take our freedom away.
Well, that's
Musk.
Musk.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time, man has yearned to destroy the sun.
That's Burns.
Yes, Burns.
Burns, correct. That's my lesson for taking a vacation. Vacations will kill you.
Burns.
Musk.
Musk.
Mm.
Family, religion, friendship, these are the three demons you must slay if you wish to succeed in business.
Burns.
Musk.
Burns. I would tell those people they will get to see their families a lot when we go bankrupt.
Musk.
Burns.
Musk.
Mm.
If you can take advantage of a situation in some way, it's your duty as an American to do it.
Burns.
Burns.
Burns, correct.
Okay.
And finally, morons, pathetic morons in my employ, stealing my precious money.
Morons, pathetic morons in my employ, stealing my precious money, Smithers. Burns.
Yeah.
Burns,
Yeah.
correct. Frightening
That
It
a
is.
couple of
That it-
them, it was difficult to.
that it was hard to determine.
Yep.
Oh.
Deranged billionaires.
Twitter still seems to be running.
Sort of.
For now, there was some guy at Harvard or one of those big schools who said he predicts a week.
and it'll just
before
die.
it just
I've heard that
implodes.
there are people who are saying it's not going to be around in a while.
I'm trying to enjoy it while I can.
I'm staying until it burns to the ground.
I am the bitter end.
He's all kinds of money lost, billions of dollars lost already. Advertisers staying away.
It's hard to fathom, really, why he would do this.
Well, Bill, he didn't want to.
He was forced to buy it.
He mouthed off and said, "I'll buy it," and they held him to it because you can't do that and not follow through.
That's the part everybody keeps forgetting. He was forced to buy it.
Yeah, he did not want to buy it.
Again, he also knew that if he made that kind of a move, that he could be forced to buy it. He knew that.
Yeah. But he suffers from the delusion that a lot of millionaires and billionaires do. Because they have that money, they must be very, very smart and good at everything.
And always make the right choice.
Yeah, but they don't. Thank you.
To get this over with.
I'm for that. We'll go to your check-ins at 877-602-9696 in just a couple of minutes. We need to officially begin the program. Oh, you can also text us if you like. That number is 33986. Gina?
Cascade Collision Repair is Utah's leader for certified repairs. Get a free estimate online at cascadecollision.com or in person, including the newest location in West Valley City.
The moon is 96. No, 95. My eyes are a little blurry this morning.
Your bleary eye.
Yeah, I got to bed really late, and I wish we were just jumping right now to the have another drink with Jimmy segment.
Fair.
Because I really need an eye opener of some sort. The moon is 95.1% of full. It is a waning gibbous moon. It looked lovely in the sky this morning. The next moon set is today at 7:39 a.m., so presumably you still have time to go outside and take a look at the moon today. Today being Friday. Ooh, it's the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is.
13th day of June. Ooh, June. In the year, I don't.
So excited about June.
June's busting out all over.
Yeah, it is.
In the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2025. It is an International Axe Throwing Day, so look out. Look out. There could be axes flying through the air at any moment. It's National Blame Somebody Else Day.
Not my fault.
I'm not. Don't you point your finger at me. It's not me. It's National Sewing Machine Day. I only mention that because I wanted the opportunity to say, Dave's Bernina.
I got a sewing machine when I graduated high school.
Really?
That was my gift.
That's what you wanted,
It
isn't it?
actually was, though.
Mr. Singer invented the sewing machine, the Singer sewing.
Yeah.
And Elias Howe, if I remember correctly, also.
Mine is a Singer.
Had a sewing
Does
machine.
100 different stitches.
Wow.
But really what you need is Dave's Bernina. It's sort of a little inside radio joke for the folks here in the studio. It's National Hermit Week.
Does that mean we...
His name is Dave.
No.
He lives in a cave.
Means we should go home.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. My bed is calling my name.
This is an all-new edition of the Radio from Hell show, starring the Lords of Morning Radio. Kerry Jackson, who is not with us.
No.
He's here in spirit. No,
I got a bunch of photos
he's
from
not-
Sue last night.
He's not even here in spirit.
No.
He's gone. He's in South Korea. Where's Kerry gone? He's in South Korea. And I'm Bill Allred. Hi. That's Gina Barberi over there. Katie, for short, is our producer, but she's filling in sort of for Kerry.
She's Captain Katie today.
Captain Katie running the board
for the next few weeks.
And did we have some and somebody show up? Oh, Maya.
So Maya's here.
Thanks for being here, Maya.
Was it hard today? Hard today? Yeah. Hard.
And Spencer's on his way.
Spencer will be coming in just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's kind of running late today.
It's a Friday.
Yeah, and now, have I done? Oh, it's an all new edition of the. Oh, I did that.
You
Didn't
did
I?
all that. It's time to for check-ins. 877-602-9696, or you can text us at 33986.
God, I'm tired.
We have a text check-in from the Naughty Otter of Layton.
We do have a telephone check-in. Let's go there on line
We have
one.
Lee.
Lee, good morning. Lee, your last name is here on this screen. Did you want your last name to be said, or you don't care? Or?
It's normally a habit to teach the interns.
I was asked, and I even spelled it out nicely.
Oh, I see.
That's
Okay.
nice. We appreciate that. Some people have very strange last names.
Well,
It is very hard.
We'll just leave it at Lee. That's all we really need. What have you for us this morning, Lee?
I have 3 quick talking points, concisely. First, the Prantle's cake. I got one last weekend, thoroughly enjoyed.
Good.
The cake is very well balanced and very tasty.
And way too
And people have
expensive.
to understand- no, the cake itself is not expensive. When you're looking at the price, you are paying for next day shipping, the packing, and all that insulation,
Yeah, that's true.
and the ice packs and everything.
This
so
is
if
our-
it was a local cake, it would be
Yeah.
a $40 cake.
This is our favorite cake that comes from Pittsburgh.
Now,
That's why.
I have to tell you, Lee, and I've mentioned this before, my youngest child, who is quite a baker, made a burnt almond cake, like a Prantle's cake, and it was pretty much exactly the same. And I think probably they made that cake for $20 or less.
What's your other item?
I mean, my other item is this weekend at Shields, we are having a dock diving contest.
A what?
As you guys know, my dog's flying Stormy.
Oh, the dog,
yeah,
yes.
okay.
Your flying dog. That's a Shield.
Yeah, so it's at Shields this weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. And it's quite a fun event if you want to come and just watch the dogs. Or there's other stuff to do inside. Go in, get an ice cream, ride the Ferris wheel or whatnot.
You say to your dog, your dog, Stormy, I want you to run as hard as you can off a short pier.
This is correct. And believe it or not, she doesn't know it, but it is her job.
Okay. And a final point, Lee?
My final point, Gina.
Yes?
This is Lee again. As always, I'm the one who gave you the Iron Maiden coloring book to regift to your husband.
Yes, thank
if
you for that.
recall. And last week, I came across an Iron Maiden, the Pop
Funko Pop?
figurine.
Yes.
Yeah, Funko Pop.
The Funko Pops. I got 16 individual Iron Maiden
Wow.
Funko Pops that are sitting here behind my head while I sit at my desk overlooking the illustrious 8th Avenue here in Midvale. They are now on display, and they are a wonderful whole collection.
I have the Power Slave one, as you might expect, because that's the Egyptian one.
Well,
I have that one.
I actually came across in a thrift shop sometime back an actual Iron Maiden torture device, which I now have displayed at my
Behind you.
house, and I put my kids in it on occasion. Hey, Lee, we got to go.
Thanks,
Thank
Lee.
you. See ya.
Hey, have a great day.
See ya.
Let's see. We've got good morning checking in. I'm really enjoying the moon. Have a great day. Jello Salad Annie of Spanish Fork.
It's nice to just get up and enjoy the moon.
Ranger Kate, Oh, my Neil. I'm such a diamond head. Thank you for waking me up to my Neil. I love him.
You know who was a great Neil Diamond fan?
I
of
know
course.
what you're going to say.
It was our late, great, wonderful friend Kyle Brown.
Yep, love Neil Diamond.
He went to every time Neil Diamond came to town. He went to a Neil Diamond show.
Tree of Maine. I normally hate Neil Diamond, but this one struck a chord, and I'm at my desk crying. Thank you, Words.
Well, it's certainly better than ba ba ba.
Kilroy was here checking in from the most pleasant of groves. Crazy Cat Lady, happy Friday the 13th. Meg the musician. Jocelyn from Sandy. Tristan from the most west of Jordan's checking in. Happy Friday to those who celebrate. Richard, who's not a dick, checking in.
I don't celebrate Friday.
Flyboy Royd checking in from Amsterdam. Arrived late. On my way to the layover hotel. Mr. Mark from American Fork checking in just to say hi. I'm glad this week is almost finished. I can't wait to be home with my lovely wife. NP Sam checking in. Mishak of Erda. Johnny B checking in while washing the wall. I finished bricking yesterday. Try to get some productivity in before cocktails with Jimmy.
Yay!
Mike in Nashville's there. Amy of Florida. Chef Roy. The Coles family of Sunset, present and accounted for. Dr. Neil checking in. Just renewed my passport so I could get out of America.
You know where I saw a story today, and I think I have it, where expatriates are going a lot now? Scotland.
That's where Jimmy's going.
Jimmy's going.
Well, I mean, he's going on a trip.
Yeah.
I mean, people
Like
are
moving there.
Yeah, pulling up roots and moving to Scotland.
Levi, Coachella Valley. Sketchy Blake of Ogden. Gina, my Selena Gomez cookies will be here today. Oh, yeah. I want to try those. Let's see. I was tearing up on my morning walk listening to that song and looking at the moon. Mikkel of Reno. Jordan checking in from the mountain full of eagles. Toby Teeth.
Kobe teeth.
Toby Teeth.
Kobe teeth.
It's Kobe teeth.
Yeah.
Ken from Ken, Anna from Ogden, now in Charlottesville. Love you guys. Been listening since the 80s. Congratulations on 39. There's no good radio other than Radio from Hell.
Well, that's true.
Checking in from Pennsylvania. Looking forward to getting back to my dogs. That's from Sid.
I'm sure they miss you, Sid.
A Big City SLC and Peter. Kelly from the most center of Vills. Looks like everybody is here.
All right.
Well, then let's begin. Traffic.
Southbound I-15 between 200 North and Park Lane will be closed for bridge work at Shepherd Lane. This starts tomorrow, so just be aware of that. No accidents being reported right now. And Infiniteam, you can assemble and let us know what you're seeing out there on the roads, like Midvale's Rousdower checking in, the I-215 to the 201 looking just fine. Stay safe this weekend. Thank you for that. Let us know what you're seeing. Help everybody at Jerry Seiner Cadillac celebrate their new location with an incredible buying experience for your dream car. Come in today and experience the Seiner difference.
All right, coming up just after these few messages and a song, we're going to have some big boy news and a Pinuendo. And just after that, it's Frank Christ, They're Fine, Just Fine, where you could call in and guess which celebrity is dead out of the four of them. And you could possibly win what?
You could possibly win tickets to Mumford & Sons.
Possibly.
Mumford & Sons
I mean,
tickets.
you're going to.
If you get through, if you actually get through and get on the air with us, my guess is you could possibly win them.
There you go. 877-602-9696. Call to play call to play Frank Christ. Coming up just after these.
AxioAuto.com.
Why?
Things that must go on the radio. From Hell Show.
These are things that are bugging you. These are things that you can't take anymore. You're just tired of them and you wish that they would leave your life. And so you say, I know what I'll do. I'll be a part of the Must Go segment on Radio from Hell on Wednesday. And if they read mine on the air, maybe it'll make me feel better. And maybe these things will disappear from my life. So send your Must Goes to Radio from Hell at x96.com and make sure that you put Must Go in the subject line. Gina, do you want to start today?
Yeah, yesterday I brought this up. This is my thing that must go. Using Ozzy Osbourne's Crazy Train in an ad for Applebee's. It just, no.
Well, I mean, Ozzy had to have agreed.
I know, but he's old. You're taking advantage of an old man.
I think Ozzy likes Applebee's.
Well,
He likes eating good in the neighborhood.
but it's what it was for, though, is the
Dollarita.
Dollarita. Yeah. Crazy train.
I don't. And because I brought that up, Angela sent in this thing that must go. She said, I heard you bring up that Applebee's is using Crazy Train for their commercial, and I was reminded of the one that's currently driving me nuts. Walmart's commercial using AC/DC's Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Wait a minute.
Do
For
these advertising people even check to see what the song is about before they use it?
Apparently not.
It's a song
No.
about, murdering people.
Yeah. Paying
Yeah.
for murder
Yeah,
is what that's about.
That's what that song's about.
Oh.
Let's see. Good morning, Lords. Going to be covert on this one, so just call me low key.
Okay.
Many must goes. The guy in my office who finishes every damn sentence with, "Can you dig it, sucker?" No.
Oh.
I can't, and I won't. People in the gym just dorking around on their cell phones, sitting on equipment. Either lift or get the hell out of the way.
Yeah.
Next, teenagers and their gross body odor funk. Take a shower. Deodorant. Please. People who keep their mouths open all the time. Eating, talking, doesn't matter. Close it. You're not a dead fish.
Wow.
The guy at work who sleeps a lot. Wake up, man. Have some coffee. Energy drink. Do your job. This is embarrassing. And lastly, the grandchild who brings their boyfriend or girlfriend over completely drunk, underage, a sad-ass state. Also, grandchild, make better choices.
Wow.
Yeah.
This from Zach. People who don't RSVP for events. My fiance and I have a wedding coming up, and we're still not quite sure our numbers. This affects how much food we need to buy and the seating for the venue. Please, just a yes or no would be great. Macy, our intern, I don't think any of us are coming, but we love you and we wish you well at your wedding.
I think we got you something, but we won't be there.
Also, people who won't return a greeting.
It's a Yeti cooler.
No, it's not.
It's not a Yeti.
It's the Coleman cooler that she registered for.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's
It's the one you wanted, right? All right.
I'll go next. This one says, hello, Lord. Yes, you can use my name. This has been bugging me for a while. Please help me make it go away. Clickbait news articles in my browser with headlines like, Trump made an irreparable mistake in court today, or Trump's party turned on him, not looking good for his campaign, or looks like Trump is finished. Don't tease me with crap like that. Only when he has officially announced that he's out of the election and most likely blaming someone else for his failure, and multiple mainstream media sources explode with that announcement, will I actually believe it. Till then, stop teasing me. My poor heart can't take it. Thanks for letting me listen. Kirk from Orem. This one, things that must go. Why does my concert chair have to be 8 inches or less? Because I might block someone's view.
the one you bring.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
But full-sized strollers are allowed, and it blocks the view of people sitting behind them.
Oh.
Yeah. When I grab a fritter from the local grocery store bakery, and it turns out to be a cherry fritter and not the apple fritter I was craving.
Identify your fritters.
Put labels on your donut case. Number 3, a local grocery store chain that has gas stations makes the attendant at their gas station walk out to every vehicle that pulls up to ask them if they want help pumping their gas.
Really?
I've not seen anyone say yes. How awful for the employee to be told no over and over. That should change. They should change it to a sign on the pump that says, call attendant if you want help pumping your gas. And finally, this one, please use my nickname. It's Lang. Here are a few things that Lang sincerely hopes that we can fix for Lang, or that Frank can boop. When using a device's email, if you don't manually change it, it will say, sent from my fill-in device here. Members of Congress at any level with social media or access to it, just take the access away from them and let's see what they can actually do. The fact that my 6-figure income can't afford a house for my 6-member family. Snakes.
I agree.
And anyone that thinks snakes are amazing creatures. There's a reason they have a nickname of Nope Ropes. Thanks, Lang. Gary.
Let's see, this first one from Eric. I recently moved to California, and now I miss the first 2 hours of the show live. So I listen to the second half live, and then I have to listen to the first half of the podcast. What must go is I miss all the music from farting around. I don't get random and I get random ads from Ireland for some reason. Please just, sorry. It's just,
I know. I wish there were a way, but
it's a rights thing. Let's see. Davey C. wrote, hello, Rado from hell. Davey, this is a driving one, and we don't usually do driving ones, so I'm terribly sorry. But I do agree with you on your must go. Tony writes, holiday makers who woke up early at the resort to claim the best poolside lounge chairs by plopping down their towels before I can get there.
Oh, I do that.
This is selfish behavior and can ruin vacations.
Get up, Tony.
Most people do it.
Early bird gets the chaise lounge.
Sorry. Or do like I do. Rent them ahead of time so that they're reserved. CPAP machine providers and suppliers attempting to add pizzazz in their marketing. No one is going to buy water chambers or air filters right after drinking hurricanes or throwing beads because a promotional email was spiced up for Mardi Gras. People who stole over 100 smartphones at Lost Lands must go.
Is that a thing, Katie?
Multiple agencies have to collaborate and do extra work across state lines to return them to their proper owners. I guess that happened. Pharmacy staff giving the people administering vaccines only 6 doses for COVID at the opening of the drive-through immunization clinic of the hospital. I understand the fluids must be titrated at the titrated is that a word?
Yeah, titrated.
Titrated at the proper temperature. But the clinic opens at 10 a.m. The pharmacy staff clocks off at 7:30 a.m. And why do they think 6?
Some in excess for you. It is 6:36, and time for some big boy news and innuendo. And then after that, it's going to be Frank Chris, They're Fine, Just Fine, where you could call in and possibly win.
Tickets to Mumford & Sons coming with Good Neighbors June 14th to Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater. You can get ticket information and links at x96.com.
You know, so Frank Chris will be coming up after this. If you want to win those tickets, you need to call 877-602-9696. You can line up during the news, but I had a call from Frank Chris. Well, not a call. He's installed a pneumatic tube in my house so that he can communicate with me. And it thunked this morning, and he said, "I'm sorry, I'm going to miss the show again today." He said, I sent my robe out to be cleaned, and it hasn't come back from the cleaners, and I didn't think you wanted to see me in the studio without
naked.
Yeah, kind of skeletal naked. So I won't be in, but here's the list of actors that you'll be dealing with. So
that's coming up. 877-602-9696. News brought to you by Alta Bank. They have your back with hassle-free accounts featuring totally free checking, no minimums, no fees. Jump headfirst into your future by visiting altabank.com or your local branch today.
Well, I don't know how. Would you look up and see how old, or maybe you know, how old Mel Brooks is?
Let me look.
He's on my Deadpool. He's like 98.
Very old.
98, 99. He's just announced.
He's 98. God
98.
bless him.
Yeah, he's on my Deadpool. He's a whole of 2 points for me.
Just announced he's going to make a sequel to one of his new movies that people have a fondness for this movie.
Sure.
I remember seeing it and not thinking it was
I may have a
that
fondness
funny.
for it.
I haven't seen it since it came out, and maybe I should reappraise it.
Okay.
I remember thinking, well, John Candy was really funny as that kind of Chewbacca character.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the big helmet,
Rick
Moranis was pretty funny. Anyway, it's Spaceballs is what we're talking about. And Mel Brooks says, I'm going to make a sequel. I'm going to do a sequel to Spaceballs.
I have great affection for anything Mel Brooks.
I agree. I do too.
Go ahead. I'm sure. Give it a shot, Mel. I'm all for you. Get to it quickly, though, Mel. All right. Israel says it has launched a preemptive attack against Iran. Israel Defense Forces said jets struck dozens of targets, including some related to Iran's nuclear program. In a video statement, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu confirmed the strikes and said that they came in response to an existential threat from Iran. An existential threat, not an actual threat. An existential threat.
Idea of a threat?
Yeah. The operation will continue for as many days as it takes to remove this threat, Netanyahu said. Following the state of Israel's preemptive strike against Iran, a missile and drone attack against the state of Israel and its civilian population is expected in the immediate future, said Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz in a statement.
Go ahead.
Israeli officials declared an open or an emergency invitation. Okay, what?
I'm sorry.
Gina?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I just want to remind everybody that Barack Obama negotiated a deal with Iran, which halted its nuclear program which Trump then ended in 2018. And Iran resumed enriching uranium, and now we're...
Okay, now here's the deal. Now Trump is trying to renegotiate that and get him to stop. Here's the deal. The United States, U.S. officials and lawmakers acknowledged awareness of the strikes, but emphasized that Israel is acting on its own and warned that Iran should not take care to retaliate, or should take care not to retaliate against the United States. U.S. officials acknowledged awareness of the strikes, but emphasized that Israel is acting on its own. That's not true. I think Israel is acting on behalf of the United States. This is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. This is the little probe. This is the little... Because what Donald Trump would really like to do is bomb Iran back to the Stone Age. And I think this is just the beginning of that. This is all a sham. And Netanyahu said, okay, we'll do that for you. You bet. Let's go in. Because we hate Iran. You want to get them? We'll go in and start it. And then when things escalate, you step in. Okay. That's what's going to happen. And this is a very, very dangerous situation. One passenger, survived the crash of an Air India plane bound for London.
He's unbreakable. 240
people were killed in Ahmedabad. I can't say it. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
One of India's worst airline disasters in decades. One person survived. Indian Home Minister Amit Shah confirmed that a single passenger survived the crash, said he met him at the hospital. A doctor said he had examined the survivor, whom he identified as Vishwashkumar Ramesh. He was disoriented with multiple injuries, the doctor said, but he seems to be out of danger. How did this happen? Well, apparently this guy talked to his brother, one of his brothers, on the phone, and he said, all I remember is that there was a loud noise, and I saw the plane split apart, and I was thrown out of the plane.
Wow.
He's the only person who survived this. It's incredible. Dinesh Singh, vice president of the Federation of All India Medical Association, said at least 5 students from the medical college were killed on the ground and 50 others injured when the plane crashed into this medical school. Singh said that some of them were in critical condition and many, many people are still feared buried in the debris.
I guess the one survivor was traveling with his brother, who obviously didn't.
Yeah, he had a brother who was on, and then I think so they were going to meet family in London where his other brother is, and just a really horrific situation. And it'll be fascinating. I can't think of the name. Oh, is the name of the movie Fearless with Jeff Bridges? Where he and what's her name?
Rosie
Perez survive. They're the only survivors of a horrible plane crash.
And it's the aftermath of dealing
It's
with
a
that.
really good movie. I think it's like the Australian director. I think it's Bruce Beresford or something. But if you ever get a chance, I mean, look it up. Fearless. It's a very good movie. A 19-year-old University of Utah student was detained by immigration agents last week while traveling in Colorado and is now being held at an immigration center there.
Because she's a rapist or a murderer?
She's a drag queen. No, she's not a drag queen. No, she's not trans, I don't think.
No.
Carolyn Diaz Goncalves was arrested June 5th while traveling to Denver. Family and friends say that she was first pulled over by a police officer while passing through the town of Fruita. The officer told her she was driving too close to a semi-truck, said Diaz Goncalves, her brother. The Salt Lake Tribune agreed not to publish her brother's name. Oh, her name is Diaz Goncalves. Her brother's name has not been published because he's in the process of applying for a visa and doesn't want to have any problems. He said he fears that he and his wife and their children will be targeted by U.S. Immigration and Customs for speaking out. The Immigration Detention Center in Aurora, just outside of Denver, also verified that Diaz Goncalves is being held there. The Tribune called the center Thursday morning and provided her name and date of birth. An employee who ran the check said, "Yeah, we got her."
Yeah, this hardened, horrible criminal. I'm glad we got her off the streets.
She's a University of Utah student. When Diaz Goncalves, he said, showed the officer in Fruita her driver's license, the officer said, That looks like a fake license to me. This is just awful.
Yes.
The officer told her he would let her go with a warning. Shortly after, though, a few miles down the road in Grand Junction, she was pulled over again.
Just outside of Grand Junction?
Yeah. So the first officer that pulled her over, well, okay, I'll let you go with a warning. But then driving down the road, she was pulled over again, this time by immigration officers who arrested her. So how did the immigration officers know to pull her over? Because the cop who pulled her over the first time
said, go find this
told
car.
them,
And
we're going to take you. We're going to take you, they said. For 2 days, the family didn't know what happened to her.
Again, nobody wants rapists and murderers here, but this kind of stuff is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Her parents came here from Brazil
When
12
she was
years
7.
ago. Yeah, 12
7
years ago.
years old.
They wanted to get out of Brazil because there was so much violence. They had a 6-month tourist visa, which they overstayed. They came to the United States separately later. He said, it wasn't her fault. My parents came over. They came over to try for a better life, and they brought her with them.
This is a paperwork issue.
We pay our taxes, her brother said.
They pay their taxes, and they don't get the full benefit
We tried.
of those taxes.
We tried. That's right, because they don't have Social Security numbers. We tried to do everything right. We're trying to do it in the right way, but it's tougher that way. When they applied for asylum, Yazgan Galvez and her parents were each given work permits, limited driver's licenses, and Social Security numbers. They'd been working and trying. She'd been attending the University of Utah on a merit scholarship. The U confirmed it had a student by that name, but declined to say more about her because we don't want to get in trouble.
The millions of dollars, just in the one instance where they're spending millions of dollars in L.A. doing this crackdown, that money could be spent helping people like this young woman get paperwork in order so she can stay here. This is not difficult.
I'm sure there's a line of people that have already tried that are just waiting.
What appeared to be a crowd of over 1,000 people gathered at in downtown Salt Lake City last night to protest the immigration policies of the Trump administration. Police said the emergency protest at Washington Square Park was relatively peaceful as the crowd listened to speakers denouncing ICE raids across the country, and then they began a march through downtown. At least 600 people were in that march. We have a crime story now. Guilty again. Here we go to our ace crime reporter, Gina Barberi.
It is hard to keep track of all the Lorie Valow Daybell trials and guilty
I believe
verdicts. We have another one. An Arizona jury has found Lorie Valow Daybell, who, along with her husband, connected to a series of murders, including those of her 2 children, guilty in the 2019 attempted murder of her niece's ex-husband, Brandon. Maricopa County jury spent 30 minutes deliberating, like barely any time at all.
Yeah.
Daybell was acting as her own attorney, and I watched some of this on court TV. It's such a joke.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Her representing herself.
Well, it didn't matter.
No, I mean,
It's probably better that she did represent herself to get it over with quickly.
she's already serving. She's already serving a life sentence in Idaho after being convicted of murdering her children and conspiring to kill Chad's first wife, Tammy.
This next story, I'm not going to do the story. I'm just going to read you the headline. Why are firefighters checking each and every Salt Lake City fire hydrant?
Because
there is no reason to say each and every, ever, each and every time. It's either each time or every time. Why are firefighters
checking every fire hydrant?
Oh, yeah. Why are they checking every fire hydrant in Salt Lake City?
I can guess.
Why are they checking each fire hydrant? It doesn't have to be. What good does it do to say each and every?
It covers every basis.
Each and every base.
I guess. Yeah, each and every basis.
It's bull. Sports, weather, traffic.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder did not come through for Jay-Z at the NBA Finals. The 55-year-old music mogul was surely disappointed Wednesday night when the Indiana Pacers won a second game in their championship series against the Thunder, losing him a $1 million bet that they would win in 5 games. That's just showing that he has crazy money that he can just
I'll bet you
$1 million.
I'll bet you $1 million.
If you have bets, you'll have to be watching the game later today at 6:30. Indiana leads the series 2-1. In the NHL, Kind of a surprising game last night. Edmonton Oilers 5-4 over the Florida Panthers. Everybody thought that the Panthers would just walk away with this. Not so. Series tied at 2 apiece now. Real Salt Lake, let's see. They play DC United tomorrow at 7:30. Utah Royals are today at 7:30 against Gotham FC. And the Utah Warriors, that's the rugby. They are playing tomorrow at 8 p.m. They have a home match there. That's your sports. Weather. Hot and just staying that way. 68 right now. 95 for a high today. 95 tomorrow. 97 on Father's Day on Sunday. And we stay in the mid-90s through the first part of the week, it looks like. Traffic. Let's see what we've got going on here. Oh, we had let's see, southbound I-15 between 200 North and Park Lane closed for bridge work. That starts tomorrow evening, I believe, and goes through till Sunday. Don't forget about the Fastenal move again today from Salt Lake City to Magna. Several semis on the road all day. Mountain View Corridor, 201, 41st South, 5600 West, 80th West. No particular order of those. Apparently the semis are just going back and forth along all those different areas, so just be aware of that. Business owners, do you owe $15,000 or more in employment taxes and don't know what to do? McClure and Stewart, your local trusted tax attorneys. Go to McClureandStewart.com today.
Oh.
So no Frank.
No, Frank Christ is not here today again. He got his electric scooter charged up just fine, he said, and he was all set to join us. But he had sent his robe out to the cleaners. He'd spilled something nasty on it. He wasn't specific about what it was, but he'd spilled something on his robe, and he sent it out to the cleaners, and he hadn't gotten it back yet. And as Frank said to me, I don't think you want to see me without my robe.
No, a naked skeleton is not good.
No. Frank is he's a grim reaper, the reaper of celebrity souls, which is his curse because he loves the precious celebrities. But at any rate, Frank sent me in the pneumatic tube. He sent me a list of celebrities, 4 celebrities. On this list, 3 of the celebrities are, well, they're fine. They're just fine. But one, Frank had to take them. And he said it was a very hard one to do, as a matter of fact. Now, we play this macabre little game we call Frank Chris Presents They're Fine, They're Just Fine. We have a contestant trying to figure out which one of the celebrities is dead. And who is it?
We have Eric.
Eric is with us. Hi, Eric. How are you today?
Good morning. Hey, I'm fine. Just fine. How are you guys?
That's fine. I'm just fine, Eric. Eric, what are you doing this morning?
Well, I'm sitting in my parking lot at work, just waiting to play this game, maybe win some tickets, and then go build our community.
Well, thanks for doing it, Eric.
That's Eric's job. I build the community.
Yeah.
Yes, I have a big hammer.
Off my hard hat. I don't know what I do.
All right, Eric, I'm going to read you these 4 celebrities. If you're able to identify the dead celebrity, what are the tickets again?
They're tickets to see Mumford & Sons coming with Good Neighbors June 14th to Utah First Credit Union Amphitheater.
All right, Eric, because it's National Hermit Week, Frank sent me a list of actors in movies about hermits or loners. All right? Here we go. Number 1, Dale Dickey. She began her career on Broadway. I'm telling you, by the way, if you saw a picture of this woman, you'd say, oh, that actor.
Because that name I don't recognize.
But. Dale Dickey, she was in The Merchant of Venice. She was in A Streetcar Named Desire, Sweeney Todd. She was in many movies, including The Changeling, Super 8, Regression, Hell or High Water, and Bloodline. Her television credits include recurring roles on My Name is Earl, Breaking Bad, and True Blood. She was in Leave No Trace, a movie about a father and his daughter living off the land in the Oregon forest. Number 1, Dale Dickey. Number 2 is Catherine Keener, nominated for an Oscar for her work in Being John Malkovich and for Capote. She also appeared in Schenectady, New York, A Late Quartet, Percy Jackson and the Olympians, and The Lightning Thief. She was also in the horror film Get Out. She was in a movie Into the Wild about a young man who wants to get away from it all, and does, and dies. Boner candidate. Celebrity number 2, Catherine Keener. Number 3, Missy Pyle. Again, maybe not recognizing the name, but you'd know her if you saw her. Lots of movies on her resume. Galaxy Quest, Josie and the Pussycats, Bringing Down the House, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Harold and Kumar Escape from Guantanamo Bay. TV shows, too, including The Mentalist, Cleaners, Jennifer Falls, and other period, and Border Town. She was in Captain Fantastic, about a family living in isolation in the forest. That's Missy Pyle. And then finally on the list, Paul Benedict. He was best known as the number painter on Sesame Street and as the English neighbor Harry Bentley on The Jeffersons. He had a small but memorable part in several movies, including The Front Page, Mandingo, The Goodbye Girl, and The Man with Two Brains. His mountain movie, hermit movie, was Jeremiah Johnson. So there you go. Paul Benedict was number 4. Which one of those actors is dead, Eric?
I'm going with Paul, number 4.
Paul Benedict is correct. He died in 2008 at the age of 70. And now you're going to go see.
Paul.
Yeah. Thanks for dying, Paul.
Way to go, Paul.
Yeah, because that means Eric wins tickets. Congratulations, Eric. Hang on the line, and somebody will tell you what you need to do next.
Franco, once his robe gets back from the cleaners, he'll be busy today. Lots of people to check on. Malcolm McDowell is 82.
Hey, I love him.
He's just checking.
He'll be fine.
Stellan Skarsgård, 74. Tim Allen, poke him extra hard when you're checking on him. He's 72. And Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
I was surprised to hear that one.
How old are they?
39.
Yep.
Both of them?
Yeah. Cute.
They're twins. That's right. I didn't know.
They were very sickly for a long time.
They still look sickly.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they smoke too much.
Yeah.
And among other things, I'm sure.
And one of them married a Frenchman, I think.
Sure.
Which is always dangerous.
I feel like you know more about them than I do, and I grew up with them.
Marrying a Frenchman is a dangerous thing.
Yeah, don't do that.
Katie, I know so much about so many things that I shouldn't know about.
And then you guys are weirded out by me knowing so many things about older things of my generation.
I'm not weirded out by that at all. I realized that you had parents.
It's true. I think you have questioned me the least on some of the knowledge that I have.
I don't know why Gina and Carrie think it's weird that you know old music. You had old hippie parents.
Yeah, I sure did. Sure did. All right.
Traffic, everything's looking great so far. No slowdowns or accidents to tell you about. I'll just remind you that there's that big Fastenal move going on today from Salt Lake to Magna. What does that mean?
Fastenal is a company.
Yeah,
right?
It means several semis are going to be on the road all day, just going back and forth between Salt Lake and Magna. So Mountain View, 201, 41st South, 5600 West, 80th West, just back and forth all day. Just be aware of that. Tracy Aviary, bird shows, roaming encounters, nature play, keeper talks. There's always more to see with a visit to Tracy Aviary. Learn more at tracyaviary.org.
All right, we've got Sean Means coming up in just a minute. He's on his way up the elevator now. So he'll have some movies to review for you just coming up in a few minutes. Gina, Zero Res.
Yeah, I love having Zero Res come to my house because I like a clean house.
Right.
Clean carpets and clean, healthier air. They'll clean your air ducts. That might be something. If you're having a lot of allergies and stuff, getting your air ducts cleaned, especially if you have pets. Yep. There can be pet hair and dander in there.
They cleaned the air ducts in my house, and it was great. I asked them to clean my personal air ducts, and they said, no, we don't do that. We don't do that.
But they'll do your carpet. They'll do your upholstery. Kerry just had them out to his house. And they do it all with their patented technology. They'll get your carpets insanely clean without the use of detergents or harsh chemicals. Helps them stay cleaner, longer, and it's safe for kids and pets. And because they don't use those detergents, that means faster dry times. Not like traditional cleaners. They leave your carpets dry in hours, not days. And they have a special going on right now. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for only $129 when you mention X96. How do you mention it? Well, when you call them 866-0RES, or when you go online at zerores.com, there's a little drop-down menu. I think it says Gina X96. Make sure you click on that to get the deal from Zero Res.
Coming up on August 23rd at Granary Live.
Layton wants to know about that Chuck movie. Is Sean Means going to talk about that Chuck movie? I think maybe he is.
Maybe.
In Layton.
In Layton. All right. Is this sponsored at all?
Yes. Salt Lake Acting Company's summer show, The Secret Lives of the Real Wives in the Salt Lake Hive, runs June 25th through August 17th. This production is a cabaret-style show with table seating, theater seats. You can bring your own food and drink. Wink, wink. Get tickets at saltlakeactingcompany.org.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine. Oh, look, it's Sean Patrick Means. He is here to talk about movies. I didn't receive an email on this, Katie.
I know. It's coming right now.
That's okay. But Sean is he's editor and reporter at the Salt Lake Tribune, sltrib.com. He's also a movie critic, and he reviews all kinds of movies, and you can find those reviews at moviecricket.net. How many movies do we have to look at today?
We have 5 to talk about.
Oh,
let's
so we'll zip through some of them real quick here.
Okay.
We'll start with The Unholy Trinity.
Okay.
This is a Western that was made by somebody who really wanted to make a Western, but didn't really think too much beyond that. It's got Pierce Brosnan as the sheriff. Samuel Jackson as a stranger comes through town causing mischief. Jackson is really the only good thing here, and him being good throws everything else out of balance. So
Pierce Brosnan isn't good?
he's okay. He's fine. 2 stars for Unholy Trinity. It's
All right.
I could tell you what it's about, but nobody cares. Okay. Yeah,
It's about an unholy trinity.
it's about gunfights and stuff.
Okay.
Yes, that are not well staged. Next up, The Life of Chuck.
There was a lot of speculation about this movie, and I hope that it would be good.
Yes, there's, and I've been reading all kinds of directions about it. I wanted to like this movie a lot more than I did. Mostly because the director, Mike Flanagan, he's really good sort of in the suspense and horror areas. He did Dr. Sleep a couple years ago. He's done several Netflix miniseries: Midnight Mass, Fall of the House of Usher, Haunting of Bly Manor, Haunting of Hill House. He's really good. He's doing a Carrie miniseries for Netflix soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this starts with people dealing with what appears to be a series of increasingly worse natural disasters, and the indication that the world is about to come to an end. And while everybody's dealing with this, people notice things are just weirdness is just happening around, and everybody notices signs everywhere that say "Thanks, Chuck, for 39 great years," and nobody knows what that means.
They're like billboards. And
It's
things,
like
right?
it's like Julia Reagan, but weird, but like sinister. It's just in the middle act, we do get to meet Chuck, played by Tom Hiddleston. He's an accountant. He's walking through some shopping area, and a busker is playing drums, and then he starts dancing. And we all,
I like it when Tom Hiddleston dances.
It's very kind of fun. We find out that we only know why this is significant because we have Nick Offerman narrating everything, and you really wish. And the first thing my wife said was over, "Like I wish they had somebody else narrating this," because Nick Offerman. I mean, that's a very distinctive voice, and it kind of imposes itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So the final act comes in, and it ties up the loose ends and explains what's going on or what the first part has to do with this part. Good cast here. Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan, Mark Hamill, Mia Sara, who has not done a movie in like a dozen years, is in here. But because Flanagan is holding everything back, this is based on a Stephen King short story, and because he's holding everything back for so long, it takes so long to sort of figure out what the point is. By the time he reveals, you're sort of like, it's too late. And part of you wants to go back and watch it again to see if you can see where it all comes together. And part of you is like, why would I bother doing that? Because I was bored the first time. 2.5 stars for The Life of Chuck.
No, that's too bad.
I know. I was hoping for greatness.
How about How to Train Your Dragon?
How to Train Your Dragon. Okay, I should not have to explain this. Everybody knows the 2010 animated movie.
Can you explain one thing to me?
Yes.
Why is there a Viking? They're Vikings?
They're Vikings.
Why is there a Viking kid named Hiccup?
They all have weird names.
Yeah.
Why?
It's not a Viking name. It should
It's
be
a child's movie, Bill.
Yeah, it started as a kids. It started as a kids movie.
All
It's
right,
more-
let's just have our
Yeah.
kids hear things that are not true.
You
Go
want,
ahead,
you want
Sean.
historical accuracy in a
Well, at least Viking.
Viking movie about dragons.
It should be Thor or something like that. Anyway,
Anyhow, so yes, we have this one Viking named Hiccup, which is apparently a problem for some people. Figuring out that they don't have to fight the dragons; they could like live with them and train them to be useful and so on. If you liked the animated movie, You'll probably like this one, unless you're one of these people who just can't stand this whole trend
Hi.
of live action movies being
That's me.
turned out of animated movies.
Apparently, they did it very well.
Well, the question, okay, I figured something out about all this. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the animated movies are still there.
Yeah.
You can still enjoy them.
It's
They
its
are
own thing.
they haven't been like put into a bonfire and burned up. You can never see them again.
I think it's more
like
if
George
they're-
Lucas does with early versions of Star Wars movies. But this year we've had Snow White, we've had Lilo and Stitch.
I refuse. Lilo Stitch is my biggest pet peeve, I think, because they changed too much of the story.
Okay,
This one seems more of kind of like a shot-for-shot remake.
it is a little too much shot for shot. That is one complaint I have is a shot for shot, beat for beat. There are a few changes. And what I do like, the change I like the most is that we get a little deeper into the characters, especially Hiccup and his teen friends and rivals.
One of the changes they could have made is changing his name to Hagrid.
Well, there's that.
Hagrid?
Yeah.
Then it just gets lost
That's
with
a
Harry
vibe.
Potter.
Then you got to give $1.
Hagar.
Hagar. Well, then you got to give money to the guy who does the comic
comic
strip.
strip,
Yeah.
right.
I mean, if you could call it Hagrid, you'd have to give more money to J.K. Rowling, and we don't want that.
Yeah.
Hiccup.
The movie, for my money, the movie proves whether or not it's worth seeing. And this one, it's pretty rousing. It does get deeper into the human characters than the animated version did.
You liked it.
It is a half hour longer.
Apparently, visually, it's pretty striking.
Visually pretty striking. Same director, actually. One of the guys that directed the animated movie directed this. 3 stars for How to Train Your Dragon.
All right.
My attitude is basically, okay, we've done multiple Hamlet movies, and nobody complains that this wasn't like the one he did in
Oh, that
1599.
makes sense.
You
Okay,
know?
that's a good way to think about it.
Okay, next one quickly. Prime Minister. I saw this at Sundance, actually. This is a documentary about Jacinda Ardern.
She's Mormon, or used to be.
I don't remember. That doesn't come up.
Really?
Yeah. She is the former Prime Minister of New Zealand. She got her country through mass shootings at a synagogue, through COVID, through anti-COVID nonsense, which makes you wonder of all the things that the U.S. exports to the rest of the world. Why did it have to be that? The access that the filmmakers had was amazing. Her husband was shooting footage at home and as she was doing her work and her home life. There's an oral history project that she recorded diary entries for, and they got to use those excerpts. And she's a very open interview subject. So
Striking woman.
very striking woman. You wish we could have leaders like that. You know.
Yeah, I've heard her interviewed a bunch, and because this movie's out. And
Yeah, well, the movie's out, and she's got a memoir coming out right now. Yeah, so 3.5 stars for this. It's only playing in one theater in town. It's at the AMC West Jordan down there. But it should be. It was made by HBO and CNN, so it'll be showing up on there later if you don't want to see it right away. But I would recommend it highly. It's really good.
Okay, we got to get to your
Yes.
biggest one of the week.
Materialists. This is a romantic comedy drama that is just really wonderful. Dakota Johnson as a New York matchmaker who has a great track record of pairing up the right people to make a match. And she's good at talking the bride down when she starts having second thoughts. It's a great scene early on with an actress who I didn't realize was one of the many daughters of Meryl Streep.
Mamie Gummer?
No, it's Louisa Jacobson.
Oh.
Great scene. Anyway, while she's at this particular wedding, she, and passing out her business card to women who want to know how it works, she gets talking with the groom's brother, who's a super rich guy played by Pedro Pascal. And she thinks he would be a good client opportunity for her company, somebody that she could match up with a lot of, checks a lot of boxes, as they say. He thinks he'd rather date her, and for a while she starts seeing that as a good idea. The complication comes when one of the waiters, one of the cater waiters at this wedding, is her ex-boyfriend, an underemployed actor played by Chris Evans.
Okay.
First off, this sounds like a perfect premise for a romantic comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, Hallmark could make one of these in their sleep, right? Classic love triangle. And at first it is that. Then it becomes a romantic drama as we get into stuff, and then it explodes all the cliches about romance in movies, and then it puts it all back together. It's real and honest,
Really?
and about love and what you think and what people think they need and what they really want. It's directed by Celine Song, who did Past Lives a couple years ago. That was her first movie. This is her second. She's amazing. 2 for 2. I've never seen Dakota Johnson better.
I was going to say I
Yeah.
don't like Dakota Johnson, and you're giving this a good review. so
I managed to luck out for then never have to see a 50 Shades of Grey movie.
Okay.
Because it was in February when I would take my time off after Sundance.
So the taint is not
So
there?
I never have had to watch those.
The what?
The taint is not there.
Oh, okay.
Anyhow, 4 stars for
Wow,
Materials.
really?
This is one of the best movies of the year.
Really?
Yes.
Go back to Jacinda Ardern. She was raised in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and her uncle, Ian S. Ardern, is a general authority in the LDS Church.
Is that the first 4 stars of this year so far?
That is a well. There's one that played Sundance. And,
that's right.
But I know usually by the end of the year they start stacking up a little more. But so far, yes, it has been the increasingly rare.
Nice.
Sean Means
All
4-star.
right. I was not going to, and now I probably will see this.
Yes.
All right. Thank you very much, Sean. Let's see. What do we got next week?
Next week we got Elio, the new Pixar movie, and we have 28 years later because we need fast zombies going at it.
Infected.
It looks the previews look pretty good.
It's been a minute since we've had Danny Boyle doing the zombies.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
yeah.
excited.
All right. Thank you. Sean
Thanks,
Means,
Sean.
moviecricket.net and sltrib.com.
Traffic?
Crash southbound I-15, milepost 285. This is in Lehigh, off to the right shoulder. Crash eastbound SR 201, 80th West. 3 left lanes are closed for that one. Let's see. A good friend of the program, Allison Sabo, says southbound I-15 from I-80 to 114th is hauling ass. Thanks. You can let us know what's hauling your ass. This morning. Text it to us, 33986. Don't pay for tires and oil changes ever again. Get tires and oil changes for life with every new and used Mazda purchase from Bountiful Mazda. See Bountiful Mazda today for details.
All right, we've got boners coming up. Here are the candidates you will be voting for. Boner candidate number 1, make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. Boner candidate number 2, well, if anybody knows about political theater, it's Christie. And boner candidate number 3, TikTok toddlers and tweens.
All right, boners on the way, and some big boy news and opinioendo after the 5. It just flipped over. It is time for Boner of the Day.
By the way, Dave Grohl has been seen out with his wife in public.
That's good.
That's why we're
Thanks for keeping
okay.
Thanks for keeping an eye on that for us, Gina.
I am.
I was just frantic wondering whether they were
I get an alert.
now, but are they wearing their wedding rings?
Well,
Gina,
that's
take a closer look. I want you to get a closer
We'll be
look.
following this story for you throughout the day.
Beautiful. All right, time for Boner of the Day. 3 candidates of bad, stupid, or funny human behavior. We'll give you 2 now, and then a third after the news, and then you'll get to vote for your favorite one, which one should be Boner of the Day. And one of you, Boner voters, could possibly win.
Can't buy it, got to win it. Radio from Hell Boner T-shirt.
All right, here's Boner candidate number 1. Make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. Enrique Tarrio, the former Proud Boys leader from Miami,
He should be in prison.
who Donald Trump pardoned for his participation in the January 6th attack, wants citizens to take deporting undocumented immigrants into their own hands. Literally, he has an app for that. Tarrio has announced he will be the czar of an independent organization that pays people cryptocurrency for reporting undocumented immigrants. Enrique Tarrio, who until recently was serving a 22-year sentence for seditious conspiracy charges for his involvement organizing the January 6th attack, promoted a web app called iceraid.us on his account. The app crowdsources tips to help law enforcement arrest and deport immigrants. The group, while not affiliated with the U.S. government, aims to support the Trump administration's crackdown on immigration. I'm honored to serve as ICE Raid Czar and to lead a platform that empowers Americans to protect our nation's values and security, said Tarrio. Tarrio's involvement as a spokesperson for the initiative comes as the Trump administration separately encourages people to report suspected undocumented people to federal authorities. On Wednesday, the Department of Homeland Security published a vintage-style image featuring Uncle Sam hammering a poster to a wall that said, "Help your country and yourself. Report all foreign invaders."
I love that this is for him wanting to deport people, but he's calling himself a czar.
Immigrants' rights activists and community leaders say that they worry that the government's campaign encouraging citizens to report undocumented immigrants will turn communities against each other. ICE Raid, the ICE Raid app, described Tarrio as a staunch defender of American values who would oversee the app's strategic growth, community engagement, and partnerships, ensuring that it remains a beacon of patriotism. Users will be able to snap photos of people they believe are violating immigration laws, upload them to the platform along with a brief description. This is hideous. Wow. Other crimes that can be reported include obstruction of justice, drug trafficking, terrorism, and animal cruelty. The app will generate a color-coded map where users can see others' reports.
He is supposed to be in prison for 20 years.
22 years, Gina.
Sorry, 22 years.
Boner candidate number 1. Make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. Here's Boner candidate number 2. Well, if anybody knows about political theater, it's Christie. This all comes from this incident. Senator Alex Padilla, a Democrat, California, was manhandled and handcuffed as he was forcibly removed from Homeland Security Kristi Noem's press conference in Los Angeles on Thursday. As Noem discussed the immigration raids in the region, Padilla said aloud, "You insist on exaggerating." According to video footage of the press conference, his remark prompted at least 2 men to approach him, push him out of the room, despite immediately identifying himself as a U.S. Senator with questions for Kristi Noem. The words, "Sir, sir, hands up," can be heard in the footage as Padilla is being yanked and shoved. He's thrown to the ground, hands handcuffed behind his back. And then somebody who's recording all of this, the person recording the video was told, "Stop that recording. There's no recording allowed here." It's a press conference, okay?
It's a press conference.
What do you mean no recording is allowed? And then Kristi Noem went on to say, well, this was just political theater. He was just doing political theater. I'd be happy to sit and talk with him without this political theater. Nobody knew who he was. He didn't say who he was, Noem claimed.
He
did say who he was. I would have loved to have sat down and had a conversation with him that coming into a press conference like that, this is just political theater. Well, if anybody knows anything about political theater, it's Kristi Noem. We have some pictures of her here at x96.com/live. Kristi Noem as head of FEMA, right?
No,
Homeland Security. There she is. There she is wearing a firefighter's outfit. There she is wearing a cowboy hat. There she is wearing a nice
She's cosplay
uniform.
Kristi.
She's constantly cosplaying. If anybody knows anything about political theater, it's her. Ice Barbie. Boner candidate number 2. Coming up in a moment, boner candidate number 3, TikTok toddlers and tweens.
All right, boner number 3 after this big boy news and opinioendo brought to you by...
Quench your advertising thirst with customized water bottles from Water Specialties, like this one.
Wait a
See?
minute, I got one.
You got one too,
Which
Bill?
one have you got?
I have the Radio from Hell water bottle.
I have that one too, and I have a X96 one as well. And you know what? The water's delicious.
High-quality, personalized logo printed on every bottle, filled with purified or natural spring water. It's the perfect way to advertise your business or event. Get a quote by emailing Megan, MEGAN, at waterspecialties.net.
I don't remember this person, but some might. MTV VJ and talk show host Ananda Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
I don't recall her, but she has died at the age of 52.
Oh, no.
Her sister Lakshmi shared the news of Lewis's death. She's free and in his heavenly arms, she wrote alongside multiple broken heart emojis and a photo of her sister. Lord, rest her soul. I've always loved your sister's beautiful smile. Her legacy will live on. My deepest condolences, one person wrote on the Facebook page. Lewis's cause of death has not yet been released, but again, she was quite young.
Yeah.
She was known for hosting shows like Total Request Live and Hot Zone. After she was hired as one of MTV's VJs in 1997, she hosted her own talk show, The Ananda Lewis Show, from 2001-2002. She had been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer, and last fall she confirmed that the cancer had returned and metastasized. Well, when Kylie Castro in Murray woke up Thursday morning, she had no idea who 9-year-old Leonidas Vigliotta was until she saw flames coming from a neighbor's house, a house that the young boy was in. I heard smoke alarm, I heard the beep, 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 then I ran upstairs to see what had happened, and then I saw so much smoke, and then I went outside, and then I saw some more, and then I saw fire, and I got really, really scared, he said. Kylie Castro spotted the flames and called 911 when she saw the 9-year-old. I tried to get back into the house and see if everyone was okay, and everything was okay. And then she said, "Oh, no, don't go back into the house." And then she grabbed me, said the young Mr. Vigliotta. I saw him run out of the house and then tried to run back in, and so I just ran over and grabbed him, kept him there. So I've got this new little friend.
Aw, little hero.
Yeah, the Murray City Fire Department said the fire started in a trailer parked on one side of the house and moved into the garage, then the house. If you see smoke in your neighbor's neighborhood, you better be safe than sorry. Call it in, they said. But there's damage, but fortunately no one was injured. And there's kind of a little, a nice.
Thank you for finding a sweet story.
Good
there,
Samaritan. Here's not a sweet story. This is from Perry, Utah. An 80-year-old woman was killed and another woman was injured after a large tree branch fell on them as they were walking in the park. The Perry City Police Department said they were called to Perry Park just before 5 p.m. and found that the branch had fallen on the two women. Good God. Officers and 2 EMS crews immediately performed life-saving measures on the 80-year-old woman before she died at the scene. The other 28-year-old woman who was injured was transported to Brigham City Community Hospital in serious condition. I don't know what caused the branch to fall, if weather played a role in the incident. Severe storms were reported Wednesday in southeastern Idaho and along the Utah border, but Perry wasn't located in that area affected by the storm, so they don't know why, but the tree branch just fell out of the...
Yikes.
Yeah. More than 2 million acres of federal lands would be sold or transferred to states or other entities under a budget proposal from Utah Republican Senator Mike Lee, reviving a longtime ambition of Western conservatives to cede lands to local control after a similar proposal failed in the House. Lee, who chairs the Energy and Natural Resources Committee, included a mandate for the sales in a draft provision of the GOP's sweeping tax cut package released on Wednesday. Sharp disagreement over such sales has laid bare a split among Republicans who support wholesale transfer of federal property to spur development and generate revenue, and other lawmakers who are staunchly opposed to it, and many of them are Republicans. My guess is that this will go nowhere because I don't think Senator Lee has ever passed anything
He hasn't.
or gotten anything done. I meant to look it up.
A couple of naming of buildings, I think, are the only things.
Is that what he's
ever
done? And how
gotten
many
done.
years has he been in the Senate?
Way too long.
It's time to kick his ass out of there. Gavin Newsom has, he had renewed control of the troops.
It's gone
in
back
LA.
and forth in the last 12
now,
hours.
Yeah, now Trump has control of the National Guard troops again, and probably will continue to have a say over it until midweek next week. We'll see what happens.
The protests are kind of dying down there anyway.
Yeah.
So
6 workers in the Lower Keys, that'd be Florida, who were detained by immigration agents are now sitting in jail. Many are wondering why this happened in the first place. The men who are not being identified due to privacy concerns work for a small roofing company. According to an incident report from the Monroe County Sheriff's Office, they were heading to do a job early in the morning on May 27th when they were stopped by immigration, and they were all arrested. They are legally here.
Yeah.
They have an authorization to stay, said Regilucia Smith, the attorney for the men, who are from Nicaragua. Smith says it shouldn't have happened because 5 or 6 of them have their paperwork in order with pending asylum cases. Valid work permit, not even close to being expired, she said. No criminal records, not here, not in Nicaragua.
doesn't matter.
Their coworkers want to know why.
Yeah.
The owner of the roofing company, Vincent Scardina, said he's losing these 6 men. He's losing a third of his workers. It's going to be hard to replace those guys. We're not able in Key West to just replace people as easily as, say, a big city. He's and he has been a supporter of Donald Trump, this roofing company guy. Now he's saying, I don't get this. I don't know what's going on here. It's not right. Yes.
It's not right, but you voted for it.
Yep.
Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. dismissed all 17 members of a CDC committee that advises the agency on vaccine safety. New appointees include Dr. Robert Malone, a close advisor to Kennedy, who during the pandemic promoted unproven COVID-19 treatments and shared conspiracy theories about the origins of the virus. Perfect.
Yep.
Walmart heiress Christy Walton promoted a planned nationwide protest against Donald Trump by placing a full-page ad that ran in the New York Times on Sunday.
Good for her.
The ad, which the billionaire heiress paid for, calls on people to participate in the No Kings protest slated to take place across the U.S. on June 14th. That's tomorrow. The same day that a military parade celebrating the Army's 250th anniversary is set to take place in Washington, D.C. The date of the parade and protests also, she placed in the New York Times ad, she said, please participate in the No Kings protest planned for June 14th.
Good, thank you.
Let's see. By the way, the big parade, Lee Greenwood will be there singing,
Not surprising.
Yeah, and finally this. Prince William's longtime friend, Sanjay Kapoor, has died at the age of 53. How did the friend of a royal die at such a young age? Well, he was on the polo pitch.
Like you are.
Playing polo. And so was it that can be a very
dangerous. You can
sport.
Fall off.
No. He swallowed a bee.
What?
And it killed him?
Well,
Anaphylactic shock.
Wow.
He died on the pitch.
a bee did fly up my husband's helmet when he was riding his motorcycle once, so I that's horrifying.
He swallowed a bee. He had anaphylactic shock. It caused his heart to stop. He died right there on the pitch.
Oh, wow.
There you go. All right, that's it.
Weather traffic?
Yeah, hot. 70 already, going to be 95 for a high today, overnight low 65, and we stay in the mid to upper 90s all through Father's Day and into the first part of next week. I don't see any chance of that changing, I'm afraid. Traffic we have, closed southbound I-15 between 2nd North and Park Lane. This is due to bridge work. This is going to happen starting tomorrow night going into Sunday. Crash northbound I-15, 1 mile northeast of Payson. It's on the right shoulder there. Southbound I-15 in Lehigh, milepost 281. Crash northbound US 40. This is up in Heber, SR 32 Junction. And let me check our message stream, see if anybody sent anything in there. No, but if you see something, you can share it with us via text, and I will pass it along. 33986 is where you do that. Salt Lake Acting Company's summer show, The Secret Lives of the Real Wives of the Salt Lake Hive, runs June 25th through August 17th. This production is a cabaret-style show with table seating and theater seats. You can bring your own food and drink. Get tickets at saltlakeactingcompany.org.
Is it time for have another drink with Jimmy yet?
No, you still need a boner.
Yeah, and he's out. He's here. I see him out there.
Yes, he's almost ready.
Okay.
Bill, you hang on. You can make it.
All right, here's boner candidate number 3. TikTok toddlers and tweens. TikTok's latest victims are child skincare influencers.
What?
Children as young as 7 are layering on alpha hydroxy acids, vitamin C serums, and anti-aging retinol. Ingredients designed for adult skin problems.
7 years old.
They won't develop for decades. Skin problems that they won't develop for decades. Kids are waking up at the crack of dawn to follow these extensive skincare regimens, risking chemical burns in pursuit of the perfect skin they already have. On top of that, they're spending hundreds of dollars in the process. A new study published in the medical journal Pediatrics analyzed 100 TikTok videos featuring children as young as 7 following complex skincare regimens. These routines average 6 products costing $168, with some exceeding $500, and contained an average of 11 potentially irritating active ingredients. In one video, a young teenager with braces applied nearly $350 worth of products to her skin. By the end of the session, her skin was visibly red and inflamed. The girl told viewers, "This is what my skin looks like. It's very glowy right now. I love it. But also, I just had some allergic reaction to something that I tried, so ignore how red my face is. I don't know what's happening, but if anybody knows how to get it to stop burning, that would be greatly appreciated because it actually hurts a lot." This quote captures the dangerous paradox at the heart of TikTok's skincare obsession. Children desperately seeking the coveted glow while simultaneously burning their faces with products designed for adults with mature skin concerns. Oh. Boner candidate number 3, TikTok toddlers and tweens.
All right. You want to recap 1 and 2?
No, I don't. I don't. I really don't.
Okay.
Do I have to?
I mean, it's best.
I probably should.
Quickly let people know.
Okay. Is it time for having a...
he's right there.
All right. Here's boner candidate number 1 was, make some money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. God, this is just bizarre. I mean, Enrique Terrio, the former Proud Boys leader, he's promoting an app by which you can turn in people you think might be undocumented immigrants, and if it turns out to be proven, then you will get some money, cryptocurrency.
He's wearing a Black Rifle hat.
Yeah, the Black Rifle Coffee Company is what he's referring to. Yeah. Boner candidate number 2. Let's see. It's if anybody knows about anybody knows anything about political theater, it's Kristi Noem. She's accusing Senator Padilla of political theater by going into a press conference. Senator Padilla trying to talk to her, and he gets thrown to the ground and handcuffed. It's just all political theater, she said. She's the one who dresses up in all kinds of outfits.
What costume was she wearing at the time?
Jeez. And boner candidate number 3, TikTok toddlers and tweens.
All right, time for you to vote for Boner of the Day. Which one do you think should win? 1, 2, or 3? Put that in the message of your text and text it to 33986. You can always call 877-602-9696 and put your vocals to the test and say 1, 2, or 3 to my intern Maya. Or you can even go online to the Boner of the Day post and go vote right there online. Just click which one you want to win. For June 13th, Friday the 13th, 2025. You only have about 4 minutes to vote, so go vote right now.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more.
an oddball? Gina, Radio from Hell on X96.
7:48. It is time to award the boner of the day.
And the boner of the day is brought to you in part by tofu with a coconut cream and cashew sauce and rice and some.
I get it. I can picture it.
Yeah.
And Young Subaru's new state-of-the-art facility is now open. Experience faster vehicle service, an inviting coffee shop, and streamlined shopping journey. Discover the future of car buying and vehicle service at the new Young Subaru on Riverdale Road. Think young, drive young.
I swear to God, we're going to start eating American food in my house anytime now.
You have a hot dog, Bill.
No
What's wrong
kidding.
with you?
Jeez. Well, let's see here.
Call yourself an American.
I'm proud to be an American. Let's see now. We have a boner candidate number. No, now I've got all. I'm sorry. I'm really tired today. I didn't get into bed until 10 o'clock, which is 8:30 is usually the time I'm. So I'm running on fumes right now.
Yep.
Let's see. So boner candidates. That's what we're doing. The boner candidate number 1: make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. Boner candidate number 2, if anybody knows anything about political theater, it's cosplay Christy Nome. And then number 3 was TikTok toddlers and tweens, which got close to 50 votes. Number 3 did, which is
a
pretty
good candidate. Yeah.
But it was a big battle between boner candidate number 1, Enrique Tarrio, who should be in prison, and I'm predicting will be again someday.
I hope so.
And boner candidate number 2, which is Kirsty Nome. I think I would have gone for Christy, but it's no, boner candidate number 1, 162 votes, Enrique Tarrio. Make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant.
Now that will be boner candidate number 5 in Boner of the Week, which will happen a little bit later on when Dave the Flower Guy comes in.
Do I have to stay for that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Bill, every minute that passes is a minute closer to the weekend.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
And can you smell the beer?
I
we
can
have beer
taste it.
in the studio. Fisher Beer, featuring a tap room and dog-friendly patio with fresh beer available to go. Open 7 days a week. Get some today.
Have another drink, it'll make you feel better. Have another drink and you feel alright. If you feel down and you're under the weather, have another drink and you feel alright.
Well, here he is, the all-knowing ogre of the Wine Academy of Utah.
He's not an ogre.
It's just it's just a title. It doesn't mean he has to be that.
Almost not a more jovial person will you meet than
the all-knowing and happy ogre of the Wine Academy of Utah, Jimmy Santangelo, Jimmy the Wine Guy, wineacademyofutah.com. This is Fisher Beer.
local beer.
I remember as a kid, Fisher Beer was in the stores all the time.
Nice.
And then it, in cans and bottles. And then it disappeared. They stopped doing it.
Yeah. Well, it took a grandson to come back and a group of guys, Fisher Brewery. Have you been to their location?
Yes.
Oh, my God. It's fantastic. They expanded. They've got a whole new build-out, upstairs patio, great view, delicious beers on tap as well as in can. And I had an opportunity to meet with old friend of mine, Stephen Brown. I was at lunch the other day with Shawnee Nevis, who is over with Water Witch. And so, here we are, 3 guys, old-timers, having lunch, breaking bread, having a little beer. And I tasted through some of the Fisher beers. I'm like, oh, my God, I gotta bring this into the studio.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the date that they closed. Fisher Brewery closed. So they were founded by Albert Fisher, German immigrant. Fisher Brewing was one of the earliest and largest breweries in Utah. It was very big in the late 1800s along the banks of the Jordan River there.
Back that far.
Near 2nd South and 1200 West. Fisher survived Prohibition, and during a wave of brewing consolidation in the 1950s, they were purchased by a larger brewery, and then they closed. And when they closed, I was a teenager. So I do remember Fisher Beer very distinctly in the grocery stores.
If I recall correctly, they produced rivaled Coors out of Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
They're that prominent in the mid-Mountain West here. Today we're featuring 2 beers for you. And what I like about this is their hazification And then what's in your glass right now is the Fisher Double IPA.
That's why I like this. I
Do you
love
like
an
an
IPA. Yeah,
Nice.
Really?
This is delicious.
Now, see,
I'm not the biggest IPA.
8.7% alcohol by volume.
8.7.
Large can, 16 ounce. And what you have here is the two beers we're featuring, and I'll put them up in the camera if they want to show it. These are the first two beers, the High Point heavy beer, that's available in the state stores.
Okay.
So they have the 5.0s in some grocers. They've got some delicious. They've got the Cerveza Lemonade Stand Sour. These are their 5.0 canned beers that are available
Lemonade
in
Stand Sour.
Oh yeah, that one's dangerous. That's so
That
delicious.
sounds so
Everything's just
good.
so on point. I had an opportunity to taste with Colby the brewer, and this double IPA is just such a nice, clean style IPA. That hoppiness really comes out. The bitterness, it's just really, it's more of what they refer to as a West Coast IPA.
Oh.
So it's got this nice, clean, snappy, dry finish. None of that off dry thing that kind of makes it more approachable for many people. This is in a classic style based on some of the original IPAs in the country.
Gina, quickly, what does IPA stand for?
India Pale Ale.
Very good. Now the reason.
Jimmy, tell me if I'm right. It's
Yeah.
a higher alcohol point because it traveled better from.
That's right. Yep. They added the extra hops to maintain the flavor, that bitterness, but also the alcohol to help offset it for the preservation and distribution.
Now to tell the truth, I'm not a big IPA guy.
Neither
I
am
don't.
I.
I don't like the. Well, you're not a guy at all.
Well, still.
I don't like the bitterness so much. I'll usually go for a lager or something like that. But I have to say, drinking this when it's not too cold. This is kind of in a more British style of drinking it. It's not
been in the
warm.
cooler all night, but I hear what you're saying. My ice did melt. Let me show you this.
I like it. I like it fine.
Hazification. If you, I don't know if you drank yours.
I did not drink mine.
Yes, you did.
I will admit it completely.
So this hazification is another style, but it's a.
Is it like a Hefeweizen or?
It's more of a hazy IPA, and even if you want to,
I see. Yeah.
And
cloudy.
This is a cloudy. Now, I love this. Now, really get your nose in there. Even give it a swirl. You're gonna get a nice. Here, let me get.
I've never swirled beer before.
Oh, now that
I
is.
just want you to get that in there. You get this beautiful sort of orchard fruit.
I was going to say it's fresh.
I think
It's
you
not
might like
fresh.
that, Kate, even though it's got some bitterness to it.
It's got this. Put it to the palate. I love the mouthfeel on this. I love how creamy and round this is on the palate. For me, it really pushes through this like peachy orchard fruit kind of thing, and there's even this little touch of coconut.
Okay,
This
now
is
you
kind
have
of like
my
a
interest.
coconut sliver in there, and power through.
So I think this is amazing that four guys, including Tom Fisher Remedy, the great grandson of Albert Fisher, resurrected Fisher Beer February 28, 2017.
Well done.
They've been doing well with it, and it's really a nice place to stop in. They have food trucks there all the time.
Yep.
And
They've got a whole calendar and schedule of the food trucks. They have a brand new built-out space off to the side for private dining. A couple of tap rooms in there, just really nicely, and that whole area down there is going to be revitalized.
Yeah.
So it's a local place. I love it. There's always bikes out front. Everyone's biking down, walking over. The parking. It's just really neat to see a group of local fellas, good friends, establishing this business, and I couldn't be prouder to be able to, crack a can with you this morning.
All right, we need to take a break here, but Jimmy's going to stick around for another segment.
Yes.
Excuse me.
He's going to answer your
So
questions.
if you have any questions,
Top bill off there. He needs it.
listen, 877-602-9696 is the number. You can ask Jimmy questions about beer or wine or restaurants or food trucks or etiquette. I mean, he doesn't seem like the most refined sort of person, but he can be, if need be. He knows all the etiquette.
Etiquette at a food truck.
Yeah, 877-602-9696. That's the number. Call and ask Jimmy questions after we come back from this.
Gina, traffic?
Yeah, southbound I-15 between 200 North and Park Lane closed for bridge work at Shepherd's Lane. This is going to be tomorrow night and throughout the weekend, so just a little heads up for you. No accidents to tell you about right now. I don't even have any real issues, and you haven't sent anything in either, but you certainly can if you see something. Text it to us if it's safe for you to text 33986. X96 welcomes Morrissey October 4th to the Union. Tickets are on sale now. Get ticket links and more information at x96.com.
When we come back, Jimmy, by the way, I have a story for you about sommeliers who are serving drinks in a very odd fashion.
Okay.
All right.
877-602-9696 for questions for Jimmy.
Just after these.
Come join us, the Lord.
The views expressed on X96's Radio from Hell.
Charles in Granite says, what's that beer again? Well, it's Fisher Beer, featuring a tap room and dog-friendly patio with fresh beer available to go. Open 7 days a week. Get some today.
We are back with Jimmy taking your questions. 877-602-9696.
You can also text questions 33986. Jimmy Santangelo is here with us. He's the head cook and bottle washer of the Wine Academy of Utah, wineacademyofutah.com. We do have a phone question on line 1.
Let's go to Dustin.
Hi, Dustin. How are you today? Oh, Dustin.
Dustin, are you there?
Hello?
Hi, Dustin. Dustin cannot hear us.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. I'm sorry.
Okay. Dustin, what's your question for Jimmy?
So I'm going on a cruise, and I can take 750 milliliters bottle of wine with me, but I'm not a dry wine drinker. I like the dessert sweet wines. What do you recommend?
Oh, that's a great question. So you can bring a classic dessert wine, our ports, your sauternes, your late harvest Rieslings. When you said 750 mil, usually those come in a little smaller, like a half bottle size. So it sounds like you can bring a bunch. So I love a nice tawny port. Those come across a little bit more like a caramel and toffee. Those are delicious throughout the entire day. Also, if you're a sweet wine guy, I find that your bitter liqueurs, your vermouths, you might like. So there's a Verna sweet Italian vermouth at the store that comes in nice large bottle, and oh man, that on the rocks. Maybe hit it with a little soda water. Now you're having these nice spritzers throughout the day as well that are off dry.
I think it's odd that you take wine on a cruise. Isn't the whole point of the cruise to?
Can you bring it back with you, or you can bring booze with you?
I can bring booze with me.
Nice. Look at you. You're living over here.
But they sell all kinds of booze on a cruise ship, don't they?
Yeah. I don't know.
All right. Well, whatever.
Maybe you want to bring your
bring what you
like.
want.
Yeah.
Bring what you want there. That's Dustin, have fun. Let us know how it works out.
Will do. Thank you.
You're welcome.
877-602-9696 if you have any questions for Mr. Santangelo. I had this story for you here, Jimmy. If nothing else, inveterate prankster Max Frosch, whose antics have graced this website time and time again, is making real innovations in the culinary field. He started out cooking with real, actual lava.
What?
Lava, using it as the heat source. Then he moved on to lightning, and now he's evidently setting his sights on the world of wine. Mr. Frosch has enlisted the assistance of a real former UK prisoner to perfect his prison wine recipe.
This sounds horrible.
Luckily, he's not actually brewing it in an actual toilet.
Okay.
That's good.
But it is the same principle. They're doing it in a cooler, and after the batch was done, the only thing left to do was work the prison wine into a snazzy wine tasting, and everybody said, "Wow, this is terrible."
Yeah, you don't have to do that if you're not in prison.
Getting notes of porcelain.
Yeah.
We have a text question. Jimmy, what's your favorite wine and cheese pairing?
Oh, that is a great question. There's a couple. Classic. First, Cabernet Sauvignon, sharp cheddar cheese.
Yep.
Second, you can do Sauvignon Blanc, white wine, with Laura Chanel goat cheese. Just this nice, flaky goat cheese. Third, absolute classic. You wouldn't think of it. Roquefort, blue cheese, crumbly, and port. We just talked about port with the previous guy. These opposite contradictions really come together great.
I think we should probably touch on it's Father's Day Sunday.
Yeah.
Father's Day booze gifts for Dad.
Absolutely. Go right down to the wine store if Dad is a whiskey drinker or more spirits. I'm a big local purchase guy.
Sure,
I like buying and drinking local. Yes, that was funnier in my head. And Sugar House Distillery. They just have a brand new batch of their American single malt, aged 3 year, new label. Go right down to their distillery, their package store. You can buy it there. If you go to the wine store, got some great bottles of wine, and get something that he can have right away, right? Get something, and you don't have to spend a ton of money. There's a lot of great wines down there, so definitely get a big, rich Zinfandel. I'm sure you're going to be grilling this weekend, such as we're doing in my family. So do some big, rich Zinfandel. Look for the high alcohol. It's going to go great with anything off the grill.
My family bought me for Father's Day a piece of meat to grill. It's a tomahawk steak that's bigger than my head.
Nice. Yeah, those are the best. Slow and low on that, right? You got to grill it slow and low. That's a big, thick steak.
It's almost like a roast.
Yeah, you could do don't worry about the whole grill sear thing and everything else. Now, if you want, put it in a big pan, some olive oil and salt, pepper, and everything. Both sides. Give a nice crust. And then grill slow.
Oh, sear
and low.
it on first, not at
you
the
can't.
end.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, you can do that.
Sear it in a pan.
I only ask for one thing for my family this Father's Day, and that's for me. They got to all sit around the kitchen table, and for me to load the dishwasher the way I want to.
That's what you want.
That's all I want. I just want to load the dishwasher.
Yeah, everybody has their own idea about it. That's
They're
really
going to be
true.
squirming in their seat like, no. Oh,
That's so true.
the
Everybody,
fork is going the wrong way.
I'll load the dishwasher, and my wife will come behind me and rearrange stuff.
This is all wrong.
I do the same thing to
all
my
I want.
husband. Yeah.
It's all I want for Father's Day. Load the dishwasher. I'm a very simple man.
I think that's good. Now you're going to Scotland, leaving Wednesday.
Yeah.
So what's on the agenda?
Oh my gosh! So I'm very fortunate. I'm going into Dublin first in Ireland.
So
How many
jealous.
people are
And
you
I'm
taking?
tying in to my partner Kim Dastrup, who joins me with the whiskey yoga experience for 9 days, 8 nights. But she's finishing hers in Ireland. I'm tying in with her for a full day there, and then we're both hopping on a puddle jumper to Edinburgh the following day.
How many people?
14 guests, 13 people total. And we're in Edinburgh for 3 days. Then we're going up through St. Andrews, birthplace of golf. We're going to do a tour there. And
Are
then
you doing it on St. Andrews Golf Course?
we are going to walk through the first hole.
I've
the
been there
original-
once, and
Oh my
I
gosh!
gotta play a
You got
pitching
to-
game.
No kidding.
That's
I
cemetery.
went on a student ambassador program. So
That cemetery that's there. Do you ever go to that?
We do. So we're going right up through St. Andrews, birthplace of golf. We get dropped off there, rotate through there, walk up. The cemetery, the old churches, the university there. And then we have a big, beautiful lunch at the tail's end. I'm a big food and wine guy, and all our meals are all decked out. The sparkling wine, the red, the white, depending on the time of day. It's a lot of fun.
But it's so. What wine do you start with in the morning?
Sparkling.
Sparkling in the morning.
He went right there. He didn't even hesitate.
helps wake you up.
Yeah. Jimmy Santangelo, he is the all-knowing and omnipotent ogre of the Wine Academy of Utah. It's wineacademyofutah.com. You'll be checking in with us from Scotland.
Yeah, I'll give you guys a call.
All right. Skull.
Sláinte.
Sláinte.
Thank you, Jimmy. All right, Gina. Traffic.
Yeah, the only crash being reported is southbound I-15 mile plus 281 in Lehigh. It is off to the left shoulder, and it has been there for a minute, so it might not even be an issue anymore. Are you having issues? Any kind. Doesn't have to be just traffic. Whatever issues you're having, you can text and share with us at 33986. Salt Lake Acting Company's summer show, The Secret Lives of the Real Wives of the Salt Lake Hive, runs June 25th through August 17th. This production is a cabaret-style show with table seating, theater seats. You can bring your own food and drink. Get tickets at saltlakeactingcompany.org.
All right, coming up just after these messages and a song, it is Beat Gina. And if you call in and play, you could possibly win or could win.
You're going to win. Tickets to see Morrissey October 4th at the Union.
Beautiful. Morrissey tickets for Beat Gina coming up just after these songs or
Some messages and the song.
Yeah, that on the way. Call 877-602-9696 right now. Stockton 12 Honda.
No, it's Scotland 12.
It is Scotland
12 Honda. Yeah, it's Stockton 12 Honda. They are your neighborhood Honda dealer, have been for 25 years, I think. Well, I know because it says it right here, 25 years. And now, Stockton 12 Honda, big news for your wallet. Trade-in values, for some reason right now, I don't know, they can explain it to you, but who cares why? Trade-in values are at an all-time high. So if you are in the market for a car, you got a car to trade in, you can do very well right now at Stockton 12 Honda. Stockton 12 Honda, I've bought three cars there myself, and I will continue to buy cars from Stockton 12 Honda. They, of course, have a full complement of Honda vehicles, and you can't go wrong buying a Honda. But if you're in the market for another car that's used or pre-owned, certified pre-owned car. As a matter of fact, I bought a used Toyota at Stockton 12 Honda. They have all of that kind of inventory as well. Check them out. They're in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special. Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
Cheers, everybody.
Don't call this day drinking. This is refined. This is special.
It is time for Be Gina. Is it sponsored?
X96 welcomes Morrissey October 4th to the Union. Tickets are on sale now. You can find ticket links and more information at x96.com.
Well, it's time to secure your load so nothing will distract you from a blast furnace of fun with your fearless Gina Barberi as we begin the game. Yes, it's time for Beat Gina. I'm your announcer, Johnny Ola. Now, if you're feeling sluggish or weighed down,
yes,
it could mean your digestive system is not working at its best.
It's possible.
Taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health. Metamucil gently goes to work in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. It's a nice way of saying you're full of it. To start feeling lighter and more energetic, take Metamucil every day.
Probably should.
And now, here's your host for this edition of Beat Gina, me,
You.
Johnny Ola.
You're doing double duty, Johnny.
Yes, I can do it. Do we have a contestant?
We do. We have Marty. Marty, are you there?
I'm here.
Beautiful.
Hello, Marty.
Hi, Marty.
You're going to be going up
Good
against.
morning.
You're going to be going up against a fearsome adversary in Gina Barbera. You know that, don't you?
Yes, I'm shaking my boots.
What can Marty win if he continues to shake his boots?
After you shake in your boots, you might be going to see Morrissey October 4th at the Union.
All right. I'm going to flip a coin. You have to guess heads or tails. Whoever, if you get it right, you'll go first. If not, Gina will go first. First to 3 wins for this Beat Gina competition for Morrissey tickets. Heads or tails, Marty?
Tails, please.
It is heads.
Oh, you're going to have
Gina
to work
goes
for these
first.
Morrissey tickets.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that's too bad, Marty. So Gina goes first. Now, Marty, I will read the question. If Gina fails to answer it correctly, though, you get a chance to steal the question and thereby gain the point. The first person to 3 points wins the game. And here we go, Gina.
Yes.
Let's see. Finish. Well, I have leftover Predator trivia.
Okay.
And I think we might be able to do this whole game with just
that
leftover
much.
Predator trivia. So here we go. Finish this quote.
Okay.
When a trap has been set to catch the predator fails, Dylan says, "So what kind of bait are you going to try next?" Blank. What kind of bait are you going to try next? Is it 1, a sexy female predator, if we can find one?
Yep.
A beefcake male predator?
Could be.
If we could find one. Cheese or red wigglers?
I know you like red wigglers, but I'm guessing it's cheese.
You're correct. Are you suggesting that I
know you
eat
like
red?
I know you like a red wiggler, John.
Oh, that's
That's 1 point for Gina, and it is now Marty's question.
It's the reason I take Metamucil.
All stopped up with red wigglers.
Red wigglers. All right, Marty's question, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Marty, in what kind of country does Predator take place? What sort of country? Is it, number 1, a land of milk and honey? Is it 2, no country for old men? Number 3, a banana republic? Or 4, a coffee-producing country?
Coffee producing.
No, I'm sorry. Gina, for the steal?
What?
Must be Banana Republic.
It is a
then.
banana republic, yes.
All right, that's
Yes.
2 for Gina.
And Gina controls the question, I
Yes,
believe.
she does.
We've got some problems for you, Marty.
You could steal this right out from under him.
Let's see here.
I will.
Let me see if I can find. I'm going to see if I can find a hard question for Gina.
Challenge me, Johnny.
Let's see. Well, I don't know. These are all pretty easy. Let's go with this question. All right, Gina.
Yes.
In the movie Predator, the
Yes.
original movie Predator, what is the actor's name who actually plays the Predator?
Oh, I don't know this.
Is it number 1, Arnold Schwarzenegger's brother, Ignatius Iggy Schwarzenegger?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Oprah? Is it Kevin Peter Hall? Or is it number 4, Bill Duke?
I know Bill Duke is in it, but that's not him. Does the number 3?
Kevin Peter Hall?
Yeah.
Is your answer?
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
And Gina
She
sweeps the
wins.
game.
Gina takes everything.
I'm just sorry, Marty. You didn't have a chance.
That's okay. Morrissey probably won't show up anyway. He already canceled up twice.
Well, just in case he shows, we're going to give you. Actually, you would be doing us a favor. Go and let us know if he shows up.
there you
we
go.
give you these tickets.
All right, Marty?
Okay, I can do that for you.
All right.
Thanks, Marty.
Hold on. Make sure you let us know if he's there. All right.
Hang on the line.
All right.
You want another Predator question, Gina?
You don't want to save him?
No,
Oh.
I've only got a couple.
Oh,
more.
okay, sure.
What code name does Dylan call the radio receiver? What code name does Dylan call the radio receiver?
Okay.
Is it number 1, Blazer 1?
Okay.
Number 2, Sport Jacket 3?
Okay.
Number 3, Overcoat? Or
Okay.
number 4, Tuxedo?
Number 1.
You're right.
Good job.
Let's get rid of this. I've only got 2 more.
Okay, go. Let's do it.
Gina, how is the Predator finally killed? Is it Number 1 is it's involved in a 10-car pileup on the expressway.
Yes.
Number 2, it's mugged in a dark alley. Number 3, it gets choked with a vine. Or number 4, it self-destructs.
Self-destruct.
Yeah. And here's the final one. What color is the predator's blood?
Oh, come on.
Is
That's
it neon red, luminescent green, the colors of the rainbow, or what do you mean by color? We don't see color here.
It's green.
You're absolutely right.
I love Predator.
I do too. His face is so cool.
Predator came out at a time before there were spoilers.
Yeah.
And I went to that movie, as did most people.
Not knowing what to expect.
Just thinking it was a wartime Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, having no idea what it was.
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Yes, it was. And it was very well done.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura.
Yeah.
I ain't got time to bleed.
So good.
It's great. All right, let's I got to go.
Yeah,
Johnny, get out of here.
Yeah,
Bill's standing there waiting. You got to get out of his chair.
I'll see you on the flip side. I don't want to miss my electroshock therapy.
Good luck.
All right.
All right. Big boy news and opinioendo right now, brought to you by
Shark Summer at Clark Planetarium has finally surfaced. See Shark Kingdom 3D on the giant IMAX screen. Snap a selfie with the 11-foot shark. Enjoy shark-themed snacks and gifts. It's happening all summer long at Clark Planetarium.
Well, I guess you can probably figure out who Trace Cyrus is.
He's Miley's brother.
He kissed me on the forehead once.
No, he's the Predator's son. No, really, yes, he's the son of country music Billy Ray Cyrus.
Metro Station.
Continues to hint at at family discord, even as his father appears to be happily in the throes of a new relationship. On Tuesday, Trace Cyrus shared an Instagram post in which he accuses his father of skipping his maternal grandmother's funeral. This man is so hungry for fame, it's pathetic, he wrote alongside a photo of Billy Ray. He really flew to Italy for a fashion show, but wouldn't come to L.A. for Mammy's funeral while he was still married to my mom. Even after his daughter got him a $60,000 private jet, like he demanded, he still didn't come after the plane was paid for. That's pretty awful.
Yeah.
Addressing his dad directly then, Trace Cyrus said, "You're the lamest man to ever walk the earth."
Wow.
They've always butted heads.
It's a little more than butting.
Yes, I love Trace Cyrus. I love Metro Station. I got to meet him once. He was great. I was a happy little camper.
I'm sure.
He says, "I'm honestly embarrassed to have ever considered you my idol. The best thing to come from your downfall is that it made me go into beast mode. I refuse to be a washed-up, delusional, evil person when I'm old like you." Well, my goodness. MAGA boxer Ryan Garcia has slammed Donald Trump over the Trump administration's aggressive immigration raids in Los Angeles.
None of this should
Again,
surprise you.
What did you expect? Garcia has previously praised Trump as the best president and shadowboxed for him during a visit to Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach. He even once wrote on Truth Social, "Love you, Trump," and fiercely defended him in other posts. But on Thursday, Garcia ripped Trump in response to his controversial immigration crackdown that has sparked protests in L.A. and to which Trump has deployed the National Guard, a move that's been slammed by a major unneeded divisive escalation by critics. "I may have voted for Trump, but I can't stay silent about what's happening with ICE," Garcia wrote. These aren't just illegals or statistics, they're people. Yeah. He said. And again, I'm not going to say this. I don't think it serves anything to say, "Well, we told you so," or "You voted for this."
Yeah.
It's just. I think the only thing you can say to that is, your eyes have finally been opened.
Maybe, hopefully.
I think. Well, it seems to be the case. Your eyes have finally been opened, and you see what the case is, and now you know. Now you know. Well, let's see. Rescue teams from the National Park Service and a state helicopter crew had to be called in last month to airlift a staffer for Senator John Curtis and 3 other passengers from a raft that got pinned to some boulders by a violent rapid in Cataract Canyon. I've been down Cataract Canyon on a raft. Sergeant Jeff Arborn with the Department of Natural Resources set out on May 11 to take Curtis staffer Larry Ellertson, a former Utah County Commissioner who is now an outreach advisor for the U.S. Senator, along with Mr. Ellertson's wife, Linda, and another Utah County couple down the stretch of the Colorado River, according to an incident report obtained through public records request. Around noon on the second day on the river, the boat got stuck on two rocks on a it was a Class 4 rapid called Big Drop 3, also known as Satan's Gut. I remember Satan's Gut. After struggling for 11 hours to free the raft, with night falling, Arbonne called for the Utah Department of Public Safety helicopter, which arrived around 11 p.m. and lifted the Ellertsons and the other couple to shore before shuttling them to the Bullfrog Marina in two separate trips. In a video requested by the Salt Lake Tribune last month and released on Tuesday, rescuers are seen hoisting 4 passengers off the stranded raft as rushing water pours over the pontoons, nearly flooding the boat. I'm not clear here as to were they not with a guide, an expert? It was just 4 people who decided they could go down Cataract Canyon. Is that what happened?
I don't know.
Because that's not smart. No, not smart at all. Oh, they worked for Curtis though. Let's see what else we have here. Donald Trump's appearance at the Kennedy Center on Wednesday night for a performance of Les Miserables was met with vocal protests, audience backlash, and a notable cast boycott, highlighting growing tensions surrounding his recent influence over the Kennedy Center. The visit marked Trump's first to the venue since he assumed the self-appointed role of chairman, reshaped the board, and canceled several events that he criticized as too woke. As he entered the theater, boos erupted from portions of the crowd and briefly drowned out by chants of USA from his supporters before dissenting voices regained prominence. And that means the boos got louder. Outside, 4 drag performers arrived to cheers from onlookers as part of a protest against Trump's decision to ban drag performances at the Kennedy Center, one of the many moves criticized by LGBTQ plus advocates and artists nationwide. In what is increasingly being recognized as an historic moment in Israel-Iran relations, or non-relations. Yeah, that's a dumb sentence. Reports from Israeli media suggest that a strike on Iran's Nance nuclear facility was part of a broader and unprecedented military campaign called Operation Am Kalavi, which means a nation like a lion. For the first time in history, Israel is said to have openly and deliberately targeted an active Iranian nuclear reactor. The strike was the result of a joint operation between the Mossad, the Israeli Defense Force ground forces, and the Israeli Air Force, and executed with a level of coordination and strategic deception that has apparently stunned military observers. According to initial assessments, the attack on the Natanz facility was synchronized with a wave of targeted assassinations.
Yeah, not just these facilities, but like scientists' houses.
Senior Iranian officials, generals, and scientists. And the United States has said we didn't know anything about this. Bull. This is just the first spear strike.
And just a reminder that Barack Obama negotiated a great deal with Iran, which halted their nuclear program. Trump ended that deal in 2018, and that is directly leading to what's happening now with them enriching uranium. And
a sculpture by French artist Auguste Rodin that had disappeared from public view for almost 120 years and was thought to be a copy has now sold for $984,000 at auction.
What is it a sculpture of?
It's a picture or a sculpture of someone sitting on a rock.
Well, that's the
Looks
thinker.
like a woman. Well, no, but it's not.
Like
it's not the thinker exactly, but somebody. I think it looks like a female figure sitting on a rock, head down, hands on knees or arms on knees. At any rate. So it's called, it's called Le Désespoir, which I think means the despair. And it does seem to be a despairing figure, a female figure sitting on a rock, holding one foot with her knees hugged to her chest. It was rediscovered at the end of 2024. It was sitting on someone's piano for years, and they thought it was a copy.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
The previous owners, a family from central France, had no idea of its value and had displayed the sculpture on top of the family piano alongside family photos. They said it's a fake, it's a copy, but they decided to investigate further. Some auctioneers and some people, and they looked at it and they went, "No, this is a real thing." And you look at the picture and it's pretty remarkable. But so this is what always amazes me about sculpture. It's a human figure.
Mm-hmm.
The back and the muscles are perfect.
Yeah.
They said you can feel every vertebra in the spinal column of this figure. I just can't imagine taking a block of marble or whatever material you're using and finding that in it.
So when we were just in Rome, the part of one of the tours we went through, and I'm really glad they did this, they took us into a room of sculptures that were done around the same time that Michelangelo was doing his.
Mm-hmm.
And we take for granted a Michelangelo or a Rodin. They're like, these are sculptures that most other people were doing at the time. And they're very crude and they don't look like actual people or like the muscles and things. Like, it really shows you how difficult it is to do.
With marble, yeah.
Well, and it shows you that there's maybe some supernatural force at work.
Maybe.
Because who could do that?
Well, and it's so smooth. It's amazing.
You're not supposed to touch them.
Look, I have never been to Italy, so,
when you go, Katie, don't touch them.
Okay, fine.
Hands off.
All right.
All right, that's it.
Sports weather traffic.
Law enforcement in Miami-Dade County seeking to arrest former NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown on a charge of attempted murder, according to a warrant reviewed by the Washington Post. Charge stems from a shooting Brown was allegedly involved in during a celebrity boxing event in Miami last month. The warrant shows a charge of attempted murder with a firearm, instructs Brown to post a $10,000 bond and remain on house arrest till trial. Brown was detained by police after gunshots were fired at the boxing event. And, he's in trouble.
Wow.
He was a Steeler, Bill. He was one of your Steelers.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm not familiar with them.
Let's see. In the NBA, you've got the Thunder and the Pacers tonight. Indiana leads that series 2-1. That's at 6:30. In the NHL last night, Edmonton Oilers kind of surprising the Panthers, beating them 5-4. That series is tied at 2 apiece now.
Go Oilers.
RSL plays DC United tomorrow at 7:30. The Royals play Gotham FC tonight at 7:30. And the Utah Warriors, the rugby team, playing Seattle Seawolves tomorrow at 8 o'clock. That's your sports. Weather, we are just hot for days. 95 today, 95 tomorrow, 97 on Father's Day Sunday. That continues into the first part of next week, it looks like. Traffic, we've had a really great commute. I don't have any accidents to tell you about, but our friend wants to remind you, let's see, Fastenal Moving Day. This is going from Salt Lake to Magna. Multiple semis on the road all day long, going back and forth on these roads in no particular order. Just be aware of all of these. Mountain View, 201, 41st South, 5600 West, and 80th West. Oh, and another friend of the program says, crash southbound I-15 before Parish Lane in Farmington. Thanks for sending that in via text at 33986. Experience the Utah Arts Festival June 19th through the 22nd at Library Square, featuring legendary performers including Leftover Salmon, Robert Randolph, Souls of Mischief, Grammy nominee MV Caldera. Get tickets at uaf.org.
Okay, coming up just after these messages, Victoria is back with her recap of the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, right? That's what it's called?
You got it.
She watches it, so we don't have to. Coming up after these.
I'm Neil, founder of Clay Room. When I found
Just flipping over now, and it is time for our Victoria. Is it sponsored at all?
Haster Games for board games, Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, miniatures, dice paints, and more. Haster Games, 6831 South State or HasterGames.com.
Well, here she is from the hustling, bustling streets of the Windy City, Chicago. She's in downtown Chicago right now. Actually, where are you in the Chicago area, Victoria?
So I'm in Chicagoland. It's called Barrington. I live in a village called Barrington. I'm about 30 miles away from the city. I work in the city a couple of days a week.
I stayed in Andersonville when I was in Chicago. That was so nice.
It's beautiful up there. I looked up where you were, and it's beautiful up there. And so we're north and west of that. So
so
Victoria here, but
Victoria's here to tell us about the Mormon
The
Housewives.
Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Whatever it is.
That one.
So I don't have to watch it. And what's episode 7 and episode 8?
Yeah, we're doing episodes 7 and 8 today. Be sure and go to my Instagram at Judgy Empath. I posted a couple of pictures for this week's recap. Episode 7 is the Book of Gratitude, and episode 8 is the Book of Betrayal.
Okay.
I wanted to first issue a retraction because last week, Bill, you asked about Taylor's baby, Ever True, and if she paraded the baby around, and we actually got quite a bit of the baby in these episodes, and because I said, "Oh no, Taylor doesn't do that." No, she does.
So, put your baby on the show.
These are the things I don't care about the most on this. Is I wish they didn't involve children in this stuff.
No, I know it's a lot. But speaking of that, things that I've decided I do really care about the show are learning about what it is to be a content creator and social media. And I know that my boomer and geriatric millennial traits are showing, and I don't care. So it's so interesting watching them, the business of this, right? Because I do think that's a big part of the show, and I like that that's how they focus on that. Because if you want to see their content, go to their TikTok. But this is about them and like how they do what they do. So it's funny watching them plan, choreograph, and film their videos. And I'm learning about, like, there's this thing they have on their phone that they can mount it to a window so that they can get the perfect angle for their dancing. I'm totally amused by that.
It matters.
And they make make a good deal of money doing this.
They make a lot, which also we learn about, too. Like, they talk about their brand deals. We watch them. On one of these episodes, we see 2 of them go to New York to do a photo shoot, and they get flown out on a private jet, and they're getting paid for this. This is wild to me. It's funny watching them argue about what it means to get likes and posts and shares, on their posts. I'm going to talk about that more. And then watching we get information about how the fans engage with them, which is also just so surprising to me. I have no idea what's going on with this.
Do they send them letters?
No.
They send them letters? No.
It's a version of that.
Do they call them? No.
It's a TikTok version of that. I believe it involves tagging. I don't know what it means when you put a video of yourself. Anyway, so and I learned about trends. So speaking of one of the trends I learned about this trend called the trad wife, and I don't know if you guys have talked about
it's
this.
ballerina
heard
farm.
About this
yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about this. So what the Mom Talk ladies do is they have a great Mormon bake-off, and they mention that this is part of the trad wife thing because they want the women to make some home baked goods, and then the husbands will grade them. I had to look this up.
And then the husbands will grade them.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes. Yeah. No, they totally graded the what the women made. And again, I had to look this up. I didn't know what it was. Again, not knowing anything about this, I don't love putting these labels on things. And I'm not a trad wife, but I'm thinking I don't love what this does for feminism. But what do I know? So anyway, so we get some since we're in trad wife land now, we get drama over sourdough. So Macy says Whitney's using her sourdough starter, and Whitney's like, "No, I made the sourdough starter." Hilarious.
See, the trad wife tradition in my house is how well can my wife hold her liquor? That's
really traditional.
That's trad wife. We grade on that.
Traditional.
How well can she hold her liquor?
We play that game as well, Bill. I often lose, but I'm willing to try.
Yeah, good.
Now, I'm looking at your Judgy Empath on Instagram, and Whitney's sourdough looks better to me than Michaela's. But
Who won?
And when the whole Bake Off.
Yeah.
I think it was Jessie because she made Better Than Sex Cake, but she called it Better Than What Cake. It was dumb. I honestly don't care.
You mean it was better than what cake?
Oh, is that how you're supposed to do
I
it?
think
See,
so.
I'm so out of the loop.
It's better than what cake?
And she did go to this store to get like special decorations, and she got these like little sprinkles that were shaped like penises that she put on the cake. It was so dumb. Anyway, I'm totally amused by all of this. Anyway, and then when you look at those pictures, you'll see that Michaela or Whitney thought she was being so original with her CTR symbol on her sourdough, but Michaela did the same thing. So whatever. Okay, then the other thing that I thought was really interesting and totally amused by was there was a bunch of drama around Taylor being on the CMAs. So Taylor was invited to present an award at the Country Music Awards. And the drama is around, she posted something on her social media, right? Like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is so great. And she was upset that within 24 hours, she did not get any likes or loves or whatever, likes or shares or comments from her fellow Mom Talk friends, right? And so then she posted something about this, right? Like, I'm so hurt, blah, blah, blah. And then the fans posted stuff about this. And so I guess they make these videos where they can show the post and then put a video of themselves talking about it.
Yes.
And we get a montage of this. I'm in awe of this.
Okay, we're coming to the end here, just so you know.
All right. Well, anyway, so there was drama around that. It was super interesting. I think everybody's right here, that I think Taylor was fine to post, and I think the women were also fine being upset about being bullied by the fans, but whatever. The fans are the ones that are in the wrong here. Anyway, so our drinking game, I'm calling it Wanda Joe's Little Hose. And so you're going to take a drink every time someone says Demi or Taylor, because this is where another drama is. They're fighting a lot. And so you're going to take a drink each time. And if you don't care, then you're just going to be really intoxicated by the time you're done.
All right. Listen, maybe we could find another show eventually for you to watch, too, and report a show that I don't want to watch. How about The Five on Fox?
What? I will try it.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, give me all the things you don't want, and we'll see how it goes.
Morning Joe on MSNBC.
I appreciate you doing this stuff, because I know we're supposed to pay attention to it. And thank you for your saving us, Victoria.
Yeah, this gives me just enough information to not be totally out of the loop.
Perfect. Then mission accomplished. I'm happy for all of us.
All right.
You should follow Victoria on Instagram at Judgy Empath.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye. Yeah, couldn't we have her?
I'm sure we could have her watch something else.
The news? Do you want her to watch the news?
Yeah, or maybe Law and Order, Law and Order Special Victims Unit. I don't ever watch that. I don't want to watch it.
All right, weather, traffic.
Weather is hot. Traffic is not. Or it's hot because it's fine. I have no accidents to tell you about. Things are moving along well. You can share whatever you're seeing out there on the roads with us via text at 33986. Tired of paying too much for concerts? Experience great live music and enjoy adult beverages without paying stupid prices at Salt Lake's coolest venues. Celebrate Father's Day at the Stateroom with Waylon Jennings' tribute show this Sunday night. Get tickets at thestateroompresents.com.
Well, we should have had her watch the parade tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
That's a good idea.
Okay, coming up after these messages and a song, it is time for the Boner Recap. You can go cheat if you need to, but you could call in and win what, Gina?
You can call in and win tickets to see Drive-By Truckers and Deer Tick June 17th at Red Butte.
All right, Drive-By Truckers and Deer Tick, 877-602-9696. Call to play the Boner Recap, and you will win those tickets. Bill, stop. Utah Advocates, you guys.
Yes, I know the Advocates. I was just thinking about. So Mark Stewart from the Advocates, he's been doing some recorded commercials.
My attorney.
And he does that thing where, it's very effective, where he says, they're cutting you out of your car, you're injured, you've been hurt in an accident, and the last thing you want to do is deal with insurance companies when that happens. When somebody has been the cause of your pain, you don't want to have to deal with the insurance companies. You just want time to get better.
Or maybe someone in your house has been injured and you're taking care of them.
That's what the Advocates are for. You deserve an advocate. They are personal injury attorneys. They don't charge you a dime for a consultation. There's no money out of your pocket at all. They just deal with the insurance companies and get you a settlement, and that's when they get paid.
And accidents can happen at any time, so they're available 24/7, 365 days a year.
801-355-5550, or you can go to the website, chat online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, UtahAdvocates.com.
Need some geek news?
Man, oh man. Can't tell you how many times I've said that 1,000 times a month.
Did you say it to Laura in Taylorsville? Did you tell her?
Laura?
Yeah.
Laura in Taylorsville, sorry.
Didn't mean to.
Laura, I'm sorry.
Bill can't help
I
it.
know that's why you texted us. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to turn you on. I just can't help it.
It's just how he is.
All right, it is 9:05, and it is time for the boner recap.
Who do we have to play?
We have Dan.
Hi, Dan. I didn't mean to turn you on, Dan.
You didn't.
You didn't.
What? Well, that's unprecedented.
Sorry, Bill.
That's never happened
That's
before.
never happened. Nobody's ever said that to me.
Dan, if you can help us recap the boner and tell us who won, you'll win Drive-By Truckers tickets. They're coming with Deer Tick June 17th to Red Butte with Thelma and the Sleaze. It's all part of the...
I had to say that to Thelma and every member of the Sleaze. I didn't mean to turn you on.
It's all part of the Red Butte Outdoor Concert Series. You can find your tickets and everything you need to know at x96.com.
What are you doing today, Dan?
I am just at work right now.
What kind of work?
Teacher Emily's brother.
Oh, hi. What kind of work do you do?
I'm a project engineer for a commercial glass company.
A glass company, all right. So like water glasses, tumblers, that's... Never mind. I'm just punchy. I'm really sorry.
Jimmy took the beer and left.
So. Yeah. Now, Dan, here's what will happen. I will read the three boner candidates we presented earlier today, and you tell me which one of those three was the winner, and you will win that prize.
The Drive-By Truckers tickets. Yeah.
And Deer Tick. Did you hear him earlier?
Yes, I did.
Okay, you're fine then. Here we go. Boner candidate number one. Make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. Enrique, I should say. The former Proud Boys leader. He's former. Was he thrown out of the Proud? I get the...
No,
Well, it says former. Did they elect somebody new? Or?
Yeah, I mean, when he went to prison, I think, for a minute.
Anyway, he's now become what he's calling the czar of an independent organization that has an app which will pay people in cryptocurrency for reporting undocumented immigrants. That's number one. Make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. Boner candidate number two, well, if anybody knows about political theater, it's Kristi Noem. This is the story of Senator Alex Padilla, who Kristi Noem was holding a press conference, a news conference in California, and Mr. Padilla went to ask a question. He's a senator from California. He said, I need to know what you're, and he was immediately grabbed and dragged out of the room, thrown to the ground, and handcuffed. Kristi Noem said, well, I would have been happy to talk to him, but him approaching me like that was just political theater. She's the one who knows about political theater. If you see the pictures of her dressed up as a fire person.
Barbie.
Yeah, Ice Barbie, cowboy hat, all kinds of costumes. And then boner candidate number three, TikTok toddlers and tweens. Yes, TikTok's latest victims are child skin care influencers, children as young as 7, layering on horrible skin creams that should be only used by adults.
Yeah, they're trying to make their skin look perfect when their skin already looks perfect.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, Dan, those were the three candidates. Which one was the worst? Which one was the winner?
As awful as number 1 and 2 both were, number 1.
I'm sorry? Which one did you think won?
Number 1.
Yeah, that's the one.
Is that correct?
Enrique Tarrio, yeah.
Oh, for some reason I thought it was Ice Barbie.
No,
okay.
You wanted Ice Barbie.
Yeah, probably it. You have a better memory than I do, Dan, but that's because I'm really tired. and I didn't mean to turn you on.
All right.
Dan, all you have to do now is hang on the line, and I think Maya will tell you how to get your tickets. Hang on.
We're so close, and
yet so far.
And it's Father's Day weekend. Don't you get to do whatever you want this weekend?
Yeah.
Well, I get to do.
You're gonna have a tomahawk steak, I know.
Yeah, got a big tomahawk steak, and then a couple of ribeyes, and
nice.
Probably have a wedge salad, which I love with steak. And
see, you've been saying you needed to eat American food. That's American food.
I need some American food.
There you go.
That's what I need. American food. And I could have had anything I wanted. It was offered up. Except when I said Chicago dogs, they said, really? And I said, okay, then how about steak?
You can come over because I know Joe will want Chicago dogs. If you want to, you can come over to our house for Chicago dogs.
There you go.
I'm curious as to the various hot dogs he's planning on making.
He's going to try all of those.
Have
The
him
Seattle
email
dog.
me. Have him email me what they are.
I was going to
will
say,
you?
I want you to take pictures so
Okay.
we can post them on our socials, because
I
that
want
would be
you-
fun.
I want you to bring in samples.
Samples. I don't know if they'll be.
I don't know that they'll last. You can try.
What do you mean?
Will they keep?
Yeah.
Okay.
You just put it in the refrigerator. You bring it in. You
Bread might get a little soggy, but
you might microwave it a little bit to warm it up.
A tour of dogs.
Sure. Up to you. All right. Coming up after these messages, we're going to have some big boy news and a pinuendo. Bill, Stockton 12 Honda.
Oh, listen, Stockton 12 Honda, your neighborhood Honda dealer in the Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy. Hey, you know where that is, right? Do people know where the Southtown Auto Mall is?
I'm pointing at it right now.
Yeah, that way. 106 South exit off of I-15, and then you go, instead of turning into the Southtown Mall, you go the other way, a little further south. You go into the Southtown Auto Mall, and then you drive down that main road almost to the Costco. And Stockton 12 Honda is right there at the end, where it has been for 25 years. I tell you about the cars and all of that at Stockton 12 Honda, and I've bought cars from them. But they also have an excellent service department. Whether you buy from Stockton 12 or not, they will give you the best car service and with the least expense possible. Also, they have a mobile repair service. They will come to you. Give them a call, Stockton12Honda.com for more details. I think they'll come to your work and change your oil and stuff
that's
like
cool.
that. So it's Stockton 12 Honda, Southtown Auto Mall in Sandy.
an Opinioendo brought to you by
Cascade Collision Repair, Utah's leader for certified repairs. Get a free estimate online at cascadecollision.com or in person, including at the newest location, West Valley City.
Well, Sabrina Carpenter, she was criticized for going pantsless at the Met Gala. I don't recall
I
seeing
thought
this
her
picture,
outfit looked cute there.
she's catching some negativity online again. The uproar began Wednesday after Carpenter revealed the title and release date for her forthcoming 7th studio album. It's called Man's Best Friend, and she showed off an image of what appears to be the album's cover art, which I don't know if we have a copy of that or not. It features a photo of her dressed in a short black dress and high heels. She's down on her knees on the ground in front of an unidentified man who is grabbing and pulling her hair toward him, as though she were sort of a dog on a leash, as she stares enticingly into the camera. And again, the album is called Man's Best Friend.
And she even looks a little upset, like a little.
Well, yeah, or she's touching the guy on the knee. He's
I don't
pulling
like
on her
it.
hair. Well, I had negative thoughts about it as well. And then I read one comment about it that I said, let's see if I can find it, where somebody said, look, it's meant to be satirical. I'm seeing a lot of discourse about it. For those of you who may lack critical thinking skills, the cover is clearly satirical with a deeper meaning, portraying how the public views her, believing she is just for the male gaze, the user wrote.
Maybe.
You know, it's certainly...
I mean, I'm looking at the picture now. She looks like she's crying to me, which is what's
yeah.
It's...
My first...
I don't like it.
My first thought was I thought that was not...
That probably is. It probably is meant to be satirical. I don't think she really feels that way, but it's a unsettling picture. At least for me, it is.
Let's see what else we have here. I got to go to a different file. Let's go to this one. A 400-pound alligator was detained by police for suspicious behavior.
What did they pull him over the side of the road to have a talk with him? I'm confused.
This alligator is huge, 400 pounds, 10 feet long, and he was in fact loitering in the middle of a street. According to a Facebook post from the Onslow County Sheriff's Office, deputies and officers with the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission were called to respond to a creature that was loitering or lounging on a roadway obstructing traffic. Police detained this prehistoric perp after finding him in the middle of the street.
When you say police detained, it really sounds like they cuffed him and put him in the back of a car.
There's a picture of two cops sitting on him with another cop grabbing his tail.
Lovely.
Pepe the Gator, they called him, has been cited for suspicion of being a dinosaur without proper papers. So they're having a little fun with it. But he's a huge, and I'm sorry, he may be attractive to other gators, but he's ugly. But he's probably saying right now as he's looking at the camera, I didn't mean to turn you on. Let's see, there's also a story about another huge creature. The biggest great white shark ever recorded by researchers in the Atlantic Ocean is on the move.
I saw this movie.
Towards a popular U.S. holiday resort.
Amity?
It says here, towards a popular U.S. holiday resort. Contender, the 14-foot beast, was tagged in the North Atlantic Oceanic research in January. They spotted him 45 miles off the Florida-Georgia coast. After going off the radar for nearly a month, the tracker only transmits locating signal when the shark's dorsal fin is briefly exposed above the water, and then they can track him. And it appears to be the largest great white shark ever spotted in this area.
And there was a shark attack in Florida. I don't know if you have that.
I think I do. This guy is about 1,653 pounds, estimated to be 30 years old. Let's see. And then I did have a shark story. There it is. Oh, no, that's the same guy. Contender.
I think there was in Florida, there
Yeah.
was a girl. She was bitten on the hand. I think she's okay.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. She was swimming and
Mhm.
bitten on the hand by it was a great white. Let's see what else we have here. Jeffrey Dean Morgan
Negan.
Yes.
is away when he's away filming in the zombie apocalypse. His 7-year-old daughter Georgia is never far from his mind. On my backpack that I carry everywhere, he said, I have a stuffed animal that she tied on there like 3 years ago.
Oh, that's cute.
The proud girl dad, 59 years old, grins as he shows off more mementos he always keeps with him on the set. She makes me bracelets. I'm always wearing these really colorful kid bracelets, and I have her stuffed animal. I adore her.
Very cute.
Let's see. Well, I don't know how I feel about this.
What's that?
Well, it's so this male wood duck was spotted earlier this month with a new female mallard
What?
duck. It's
Is that allowed?
It's miscegenation, isn't it? The two are reportedly finding love together.
They're finding love.
It is unusual for a wood duck male to want to court a mallard duck female.
mallards are beautiful.
Well,
That's-
but you know what the wood duck's family is going to be saying to him?
What?
What do you think? You're special? You think you can marry up?
Marry up to the mallard?
You're going to think you can marry a mallard? Come on. You're not good enough to marry a mallard.
Now, I have a dumb question. Is it possible for them to mate? Is that would it take if they?
Gina,
I don't know.
I don't think you want to know how ducks mate. It's not a pretty sight.
I do not know
if that would work.
No, then read
No?
about it on your own, and make sure there are no children in the room, because it's odd.
Okay.
Apparently, the debonair green-headed wood duck just has a certain type. He likes the mallards.
Well, you know.
In the duck world, it is the male who does the courting. It does the choosing. So this wood duck, he's making the unusual choice to want to be with a mallard female. It's very unusual, said an expert. And but I don't know. They look like a pleasant couple.
Let them be.
Yeah.
Love is love.
Love will find a way. That's what I say. But there's a picture here, and it's it's the wood duck, and he's obviously saying to the mallard, "I didn't mean to turn you on." Let's see what else is going on. 40 Father's Day jokes that'll make you laugh.
I bet not.
What are Dad's favorite Father's Day treats? Popsicles.
Popsicle.
Ha ha. Papa.
Gina still hasn't. You'll get it, Gina. When you're driving home, you'll get that one. You'll go,
Oh!
popsicles. What do hermit crabs do on Father's Day? Celebrate their dads.
Of course.
These are not good.
How did the pig wake up his dad on Father's Day?
How?
Hogs and kisses.
These are not good.
No, they're not.
Not one.
There are
of them.
40 of them. 40. Let's see. Tori Spelling's 12-year-old son wants her to go on OnlyFans and sell photos of her feet.
It's just your feet, Mom. We need the money. That is the conversation.
That's the 90210 star who has Liam, 18, Stella, 17, Hattie, 13, Finn, 12, and 8-year-old. Well, she's been a baby machine. Let's see. She admitted that Finn has spent 3 years trying to persuade her to sign up for a website that offers niche images of dirty trotters and weird toes, because he thinks she could make a lot of money. Speaking on Misspelling podcast, she said, "Oh, you see what she did there? Her name is Tori Spelling, and misspelling. It says it's kind of a play on words there. That's very clever, Tori. Didn't mean to turn you on. So my 12-year-old is trying to convince me. Fine, he's mentioned it many times that he really thinks I should go on Feet Finder. It's like OnlyFans for feet. First of all, this kid told me about it. He started pitching this like 3 years ago, and he's 12. Well, what the hell is you allowing him to go on sites that he can do this? People post photos of their feet, and they make money. There's like niches, people who have fetishes. They want pictures of dirty feet. They want pictures of weird toes. They want pictures.
But it's just feet, Mom.
Mom, it's
Come
just
on.
feet.
We need the money.
It's, Tori Spelling's feet. Spelling feet. Misspelling feet. Courtney Love has a relationship update for us.
Oh, good. I've been wanting one.
The Man on the Moon actress.
Is that what people know her for?
I don't know.
No.
Revealed during an appearance on the June 11th episode of the Fashion Neurosis podcast with Bella Freud that she's seeing someone. When asked how she deals with jealousy, Love says, well, I'm not jealous. I don't know if I'm being in denial here, but I have this friend, and I've made friends with him, and when he was on the up in the art world, and he's done astonishingly well, and I couldn't be happier for him. And then I have another friend who I met on her Come On Up, and now she's bigger than I'll ever. What? This
sounds like a great article.
Either this is miswritten, although I don't think it is. I think this is how she's speaking.
Oh, these are quotes.
I have another friend who I met on her Come Up, and now she's bigger than I'll ever be, and I'm really happy for her.
Oh, I get it. So she met her on her come
Well,
up.
while she was coming up, while she was before she...
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
When it comes to sexual jealousy, Love says, I'm a libertine, and the person that I most do my romantic crap with...
That's so sweet.
My romantic crap
Yeah.
is also a libertine, so we're just really more friends with benefits.
Why does anybody care what Courtney Love is doing?
Apparently the people who listen to Fashion Neurosis with Bella Freud, they must care about it, because otherwise, why would Bella Freud ask Courtney Love to be on her podcast? Let's see. I don't think I have much else here. This is kind of
We got time for another one or two.
It's kind of sparse. Bruce Springsteen. Now he's all over Europe. He was doing a show in Berlin, and again slammed Donald Trump as corrupt, incompetent, and treasonous.
Yep, I would agree.
He was addressing tens of thousands of fans at a stadium built for the 1936 Olympic Games that still bears the scars of World War II and contains relics from the country's dark Nazi past. And I've told this story before. I'll tell it again.
Okay.
I know exactly that Olympic stadium that was built in 1936 for the Games. It was built by the Nazis, and it's still being used. And I was in Berlin to see U2, and they had their concert. I think it was Zooropa.
Yep.
Was in that stadium. And we had the record company got us tickets to go see them, and so we're there watching it, and we're sitting in this special box area, like a big box that's separated from the rest of the seating, and it probably would hold 60 people or something like that. And I'm sitting there, and then I'm sitting there and I'm watching the show, and then I'm going, wait a minute, I've seen an old black and white film of the Jesse Owens in the 1936 Games, and Hitler was there, and then they show Hitler sitting in his box, and I go, I'm sitting in the same box that Hitler sat in.
That creep you out?
No, it didn't creep me out. It just made me kind of like.
Does it give that weird like emotion in the air?
It just kind of astonished me.
Yeah.
It was like, God, that's just so strange.
And that they wouldn't take it down, or I don't know.
Block it off.
I don't know. It's a perfectly nice stadium. I mean, it's old, but it's huge, and and I remember seeing those old black and white films. And then when I got home, I looked up a bunch of that stuff.
You were
and
like, I was right there.
Sure enough, I was sitting right there. I might have been sitting in the same seat that Hitler had his keister in.
I hope you washed your keister after that.
I immediately. Well, as a matter of fact, at that stadium there are keister washing stations.
I hope so.
On your way out, you can wash your
With
keister.
the sign, need to wash your keister?
Yeah, keister washing station this way. All right, that's it.
Traffic.
Weather.
No, weather. Sorry.
77 right now. Very warm for days and days. 95 today, overnight low 65. Tomorrow 95. Even warmer for Father's Day on Sunday, 97. And we just stay hot. I'm looking all the way into the first part of next week. I see no break in sight. It appears to be summertime.
Yeah. Oh, lovely. All right. Guests in the studio coming up after this.
You just got into a serious accident. The fire department is cutting you out of your vehicle. Next thing you know, you're in a hospital room. And
It's Christopher McKinley, who is an organizer for the Mill Creek's Juneteenth celebration, and Michael Sanders, founder of the Big Gay Car Wash. And we're sort of it's Juneteenth and Big Gay Car Wash all mixed together, and it's all going on at the Mill Creek Commons. So who wants to start out here?
Well, so it's actually 2 days. Tomorrow is Mill Creek Pride Day, June 14th, and Juneteenth is this coming Wednesday, and that is the 18th. So tomorrow morning is Mill Creek Pride celebration. Starts out at 10 in the morning with the Big Gay Car Wash. It's a sudsy.
Now, does your car have to be gay?
It does. So we are accepting all variations of sexual preferences of cars. Yes, yeah. So we don't really care about what you do with your tailpipe. Just come get your headlamps polished.
And I was setting you up to do that line, but I'll steal it. I mean, as my car is gay curious. It's gay car wash curious.
Is it? Yeah. Well, you never know. Come in. You can come on the DL.
And you're going to have great weather tomorrow for this. This is perfect car wash weather.
Oh my God, it's going to be beautiful, and we're going to be out there washing cars starting at 12 noon. We have an assortment of members of various LGBTQ organizations throughout the city that have provided volunteers. We have 95 volunteers that'll be washing cars.
It goes from noon to 3.
Noon to 3, yes. And all the proceeds go to the UAF Legacy Health Clinic, which is our LGBTQ total health care clinic here in Salt Lake City.
And then, so let's make sure we get through all of this stuff. The Matrons of Mayhem, that starts at 2 p.m. What is that?
So the Matrons of Mayhem are a drag bingo troupe, and they're going to be doing drag bingo in the Grandview Ballroom at Mill Creek Common, also benefiting UAF Legacy Health, and they are a hoot.
And then at night, there's Icon Night, and this is a drag show?
No, so Icon...
Not a drag show.
So Icon Night is just the evening of fun activities at Mill Creek Common. There's a vendor market, there's skating, there are food trucks, and then there are icon performances. And the featured icons will be Dolly Parton, Madonna, and Elton John. And there will be runway competitions and roller skating and a lesbian marching band troupe as well.
This is free. This part of it's free.
It is free. It'll be family friendly pretty much. And
now let's move on to Juneteenth. So we got to get all of this in. So this is Christopher McKinley. Talk about this. This is starts on when?
Yeah, on Wednesday, June 18th, from 6 to 10 p.m. We are so excited. We're going to have the Salt Lake City Mass Choir, Nagoima, Africa drummers. We're going to have the Feel Goods Band. And, of course, it would not be a Mill Creek Common event without our Mill Creek Skate Loop legends.
What is that?
So they're like a troupe that skates and performs, and
cool.
they're
do
gonna
like synchronized
stuff.
stuff.
And they're going to do an amazing show. It's family friendly, free for everybody. We're going to have vendors, local vendors, also food trucks, and it's going to be a really good time.
This is June 18th, and it's to highlight freedom is a movement, not a moment.
Yes.
To underscore the event's focus on collective strength and the ongoing journey toward justice and unity, which we all need much, much more of in these times.
The work continues.
It's kind of interesting to combine the Pride and Juneteenth, and because we need all that unity together.
Yes.
And Mill Creek Commons is terrific for
I love Mill Creek Commons.
doing this.
And what else are you doing on a Wednesday night? You don't have anything going on Wednesday night.
Enjoy,
Exactly.
get your car washed and then come on out that Wednesday and celebrate with us.
I actually really need a car wash, so this is perfect timing.
Come on out tomorrow morning. We'll be there.
Perfect.
And then the Juneteenth is on Wednesday the 18th, and it's from 6 to 10 p.m. Is that right?
Yeah, 6 to 10.
So all of that stuff. So just go over there at Mill Creek Commons. You can buy some food and beverage, and just watch the free entertainment.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
It's excellent. Nice to meet you guys. I mean, I remember the big gay car wash. I saw you sitting out there, and I thought, that cowboy looks familiar.
I know that cowboy.
And
It's not my first rodeo.
There you go.
And I don't think we've ever met Christopher, but it's nice to
Pleasure.
meet you. And
Pleasure.
please come again.
Will do.
It's Mill Creek Commons tomorrow.
Yep.
And then Wednesday.
Yep.
Yes.
And you can go to millcreekcommon.org for more information. Like, maybe you don't know where it is.
And
or
there's
what else
there's
they
a
have
lot of
going on there.
information.
Yeah.
You can see the ice rink or the skate rink, which is super cool.
Yeah.
And then it's an ice rink in the winter.
It is an ice rink in the winter, so it's super cool. Thanks so much, you guys. We
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
Thank you guys.
Thanks again.
All right, we're going to take a break just after. We'll have these messages, and then we'll have a song, and then we'll crawl towards the exits. But first, I've got Tracy Aviary.
Oh yeah, Tracy Aviary. What a lovely place to go. I've had one of my kids' birthday parties there. They do great events like that. But just look, if you're just looking for a peaceful place to. Is that a bird?
It's a bird. We have a bird in here.
It's a blue-feathered bill, I think.
Sure.
Is what that.
That's a booby.
The world of birds, a habitat and oasis of tranquility, right in the middle of the city. In Liberty Park, Tracy Aviary, home to over 300 birds representing more than 100 different species around the world, including many that are endangered, extinct.
Oh, this is. I didn't. $1 from every ticket sold to Tracy Aviary. It goes to the Tracy Aviary Conservation Fund, which contributes more than $120,000 a year to conservation work in Utah and worldwide through that fund. Tracy Aviary, it's a beautiful place there in Liberty Park. Just enjoy the peace and the tranquility. Well, it's peaceful, except you'll hear a lot of birds.
Their owls are beautiful too.
Yes, indeed. So it's at Liberty Park, tracyaviary.org.
X96 plays over 40 years of alternative music.
We're almost there.
Where?
We're almost to
Where?
the end.
We're almost where?
We're almost to the end.
This is the end. I've been really out of it today.
It's okay. You were up late.
It's been a long week.
So what's new?
So what's new? It's Dave. Dave the Flower Guy's here. Hi, Dave.
We don't bring you in here to insult me. We bring you in here to do the boner of the day. You're not. That's not your job. Is to come in here and insult the morning show host. What's new? What's new with you, buddy? Dave the Flower Guy is here, and we're going to do boner of the week with David. He's been selecting the boner of the week for us for many years now. Do you remember how many?
No, you over in Trolley.
In Trolley.
Trolley
okay.
Square. And there was a coffee shop there with a window that looked in on our studio.
Did it just always smell like coffee?
I don't know. I think it usually smelled in our studio like sardines and old socks.
That was your fault.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. I finally learned to not store my sardines in my socks.
That's smart.
But Dave would come over there and stare into our studio like a sad little lost puppy. And finally we said, well, why don't you come into the studio? And we talked to Dave and found out that he was a great guy, and he was
self-made man,
hard-working man, works around town mowing lawns. Finally, you've retired from mowing lawns.
Yeah.
But you still go around selling flowers.
Yeah.
And if you see Dave around town and he's got a few posies for purchase, buy some buds from Dave the Flower Guy.
Sometimes you can find them at Boustique, Ivy's place. You have flowers there sometimes.
Yeah, up there on Broadway, about, what is that, 4th East and Broadway?
Yeah,
right?
close to that, yeah.
All right, he's right. It's just right up from the Ute Car Wash that still has that offensive picture of...
It's a classic sign.
It is, I guess. All right, Dave, you ready to select Boner of the Week?
Yep.
All right, we'll do it here. Boner candidate number 1 was from Monday, spray away the coqui. Those cute little lizards that are on the island of Puerto Rico. And at night, they make noise. And the Puerto Ricans find it soothing. They like the coqui. And some people say, it's too noisy. I've heard there's a spray where you can spray them and kill them so that there isn't any noise around your Airbnb or your condo. No, you don't want to spray away the coqui. Boner candidate number 2 from Tuesday, Bobby gives him the boot. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. removing all 17 members. God, was that just this week?
Yeah.
Yep.
17 members of the key advisory team at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention that creates policies and recommendations for vaccines. Well, there was a lot of them there. There was trying to profit off of it. So he's appointed some new people, probably anti-vaxxers who want to profit off of it. Boner candidate number 3 from Wednesday. The attack on the free press, the deliberate targeting with rubber bullets and other things of journalists covering the Los Angeles situation. Several journalists have been shot with rubber bullets and things. Boner candidate number 4 from yesterday. Is this the play about the barber who kills people? J.D. Vance, you are so funny. And then boner candidate number 5 from today. Make money in your spare time by turning in an immigrant. That's Enrique Terreo, the Proud Boys, former Proud Boys leader, who's now has an app where you can turn in immigrants, and if they're convicted, if they're proved, then you'll get cryptocurrency. All right, Dave, which one is the worst?
Number 3.
The attack on the free press.
Yeah.
Shooting of the journalists with the rubber bullets and stuff. Yep.
Thanks, Dave.
That's Boner of the Week.
Speaking of that, somebody was texting and said, you guys haven't talked about any of the No Kings protests. So let me give you some information about some of the stuff that's going on tomorrow. The No Kings events are a National Day of Action and mass mobilization against what organizers consider increasing authoritarianism and corruption, specifically mentioning actions taken by Donald Trump and his allies. So they're having the big military parade in Washington, D.C.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And all over the country, they're having these No Kings events. Yeah. Now, there's 2 of them, I think, in Salt Lake tomorrow. There's one up at President's Circle at 10 a.m. And then there's another one at Pioneer Park in the evening at 6 p.m. And they're going to march to the Federal Building at 7 p.m. And the organizers just want to emphasize these are peaceful,
Keep it peaceful.
rallies.
Keep it peaceful.
It's more effective if it doesn't get out of control.
And don't let anyone. I mean, there possibly can be agitators.
Yeah,
who want it to not be peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they want to push buttons.
Don't
fall for it.
No.
Yeah. They get even more mad when you don't follow it.
Yeah. And then one other thing I wanted to mention, in light of my friend Jerry James in Arizona, who said in light of the death of Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys and the fact that Israel attacked Iran yesterday or this morning, we should probably play bomb, 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 bomb in Iran, bomb, 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 bomb.
That's a John McCain thing.
Yeah. All right.
Time for the promo?
Is that it? Yeah. Oh, we got to do that.
Yeah,
promo is necessary.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
We hope you're properly celebrating the men in your life this Father's Day.
Mothers always get spoiled on Mother's Day. Fathers get the shaft.
Don't give Dad the shaft. Give him what he wants this Father's Day. Bill, what do you want?
Sleep. Lots of sleep. Lots of sleep.
Let Dad sleep all weekend, then join Radio from Hell Monday morning here on X96.
You see, by the shaft, I thought you meant you were going to give Dad golf clubs.
I'm sure there is a joke there somewhere.
That'd be a good one.
That I missed out on.
All right, I think we got everything covered. Thank you to the producers' booths in there. I appreciate you too.
All your extra help. Well,
every bit of extra help that when Carrie's gone.
I think we have scheduled to check in with Carrie on Monday.
Yes, Monday we are figuring out when Carrie will call in and check in with us.
If he's not in jail.
I do have a bunch of photos that him and Sue have both sent me, so I will be posting those on social medias this weekend as well.
Okay.
All right? I think that's it. As Carrie would say, live long and prosper, bitches.
Don't you know who I am?
You're all stopped up with red wigglers.
I bet Artie Fuffkin likes some red wigglers.
A solid hour of 90s and 80s all